You are living in a time of great change. Learn to be more open to new ways of thinking. Believe in the knowledge awakening within your deepest core of consciousness. May you find moments of deep stillness in these times of social distancing. And we are all here together. I was just in a beautiful broadcast with Richard and Nazim and Ted Hicks, and it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Hoping to get Mr. Roberts up later. He was on fire today. Really, really good. All right. Okay. Okay. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you? Going to be up for a little bit here. I have already put you on the guest list, and I love that we know each other, and you're more than willing to go on air with your beautiful photograph and live video. Same here. We're living a time of great change. I'm hoping in the future that they're going to have where you have to verify your photo, and I think it'll stop trolling. So you'll own an image. It's an image of you, and it's verified that it's you. Good morning, Ash. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. How's your week going? And are you enjoying HAPS? I hope you are. HAPS is a very unique experience right now. We have many camps. You know what? I forgot someone who's important here. But I'm hoping that we'll have photos soon. And we'll be able to upload photos. That'll be great. Let me see here. Coming soon. Screen sharing, image and video sharing. That's good. I like that you know what? I don't know if screen sharing was up there before. Image and video sharing. So they're listening. They are definitely listening, my friend. That's good. They're aware. So there might be some work entailed in that. And that'll definitely be worth the wait. I have not had the best of luck when I used the OBS. It was pretty tough, to be honest. So, what are you guys reflecting on this morning, on this Sunday morning? I see the full moon outside. I feel the radiant energy from it. I hope that you guys are enjoying this full moon. I can't think, or I can't stop thinking. What boat are you guys in? Are you in the I can't stop thinking boat? Let's have a look here. Hello, sir. The moon energy. Absolutely. Trolling no one is trolling, and I am furious as heck at including me in whatever issue JB was. No one has to show their face, Michael. No one really should have to use their phone number either, right? But we're using that now for verification. And we live in a world where a lot of banks right now have lost tens of millions of dollars due to hacking, right? It's a crazy time. It really is. The miracle is the more we share, the more we have. And when we share our image, when we share our essence, when we share our life and we're transparent, we open new pathways to joy, bliss, and abundance. And you have to be careful, who you let into your life, right? Now, if you know people, that's cool too, but you don't know the backstory. And I really believe it's going to get to a point on platforms where you have to own your image, the rights to it. It'll be considered like digital currency. No one else can use it. And that will be your way of verifying that is you. I think it's headed there, which is pretty insane. I think they're also going to dictate in the next 5 years what we can talk about. And that's really sad. I think that's where it's headed. So JB yesterday did some very disturbing things in the broadcast. And, I didn't get clarity until I talked to Richard. And Richard basically said, Michael, you have two choices. If someone is unwilling to show their face to you and you feel uncomfortable, you need to exit from that. And I thought about it for a second. It made me very sad. And I thought, it's not much to ask if you feel like you know that person. Yesterday I felt sad because I just wanted to go and have a coffee with him. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to go see him, maybe ride bikes. I know he loves to ride his bike because I like to ride bikes. I'm not very good, but. And we live in a world where there are so many schmangies out there. And so many companies now have lost tens of millions of dollars to cyber theft. And there's so many people out there that hide behind false platforms. So you have to be leery and you have to protect yourself. And I think it's a really good thing to implement in 2021. Everyone, if someone doesn't share their photo, please be wondering why. Now, if you've known this person forever and they're your friend, there's no worries. Continue to do what you're doing because they would have got you by now. But there was an individual, and I'll share this, who came into the building and they were asked why they were there. And they said they were there to fix computers and to check systems. And they hacked the systems. And that company lost $14 million per day. And this person actually showed their face. Richard, how are you? Thank you. The love celebration. I've invited you up. I think I did. Let me look here. Yes. So don't run the risk of not knowing. I think it's worth a little security right now. But I've been reading where they have digital art, which you guys know you can buy it. But they're going to have where you have a picture of yourself, which is verified, and you're going to own that. Nobody else can use it. And as soon as someone does use it, it brings up a warning to the authorities. And we have so many people that are just taking a photo, taking a story, taking someone's identity. And a few years ago, and recently too, someone used my photo and pretended they were me and then tried to go up in a broadcast the other day. And I think that shook me up. And then yesterday was in the broadcast and there was pigs in the background and there was a bull. And it was just like, I would never do that to somebody. And I thought, if I consider even my feelings about this, I can't accept that, And then they bring the bull up again after you told them, please don't. And it's like, okay. And then Richard kind of gave me clarity. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I have to make a decision. And it may not be a great decision, but it may spearhead the lack of trolls, because for a while there were many individuals on here that were disgruntled with others, and they'd come up with crazy names. My name is Aretha Franklin. My name's Stevie Wonder. My name's Billy Paul. And it was other people, and they got caught doing malicious things, and they got strikes. I have never blocked anyone in my entire life. I just don't block them. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Well, in my case, I have people blocked because I choose to block. So I have a choice. I can understand where you're going at, but there's some people that I give them a warning, and if they don't like it, there's a one time rule, and they're blocked because they're taken away from that time. They're distracting and stuff like that. So the hardcore trolls, you have to keep that. I don't think we have that many here, from what I've been told. But good morning, Michael. Good to see you. Thank you for allowing me to come in your broadcast. I greatly appreciate it, sir.
I love the old fart follies in the morning.
I caught that yesterday on the replay yesterday afternoon. When we got back from breakfast, our excursion that was
I think it was Veda. Do Veda wanted to come up, and I had to flush Ted Hicks, and I went, no, Ted comes first.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Ted's to me, a great guy. No, but to me, there's a nucleus of people that I see. I know your story. Now, I wish to God I had met you in person, but I at least see you there. I see the essence of you. And all I asked yesterday, buddy, was I said to JB, I said, JB, please just meet me in a chat room on Facebook for 20 seconds so I can verify that you are the person you've been telling me you are with these pictures. That's
Michael, the comment where you're a control person, that's a personal opinion of the person saying that. I don't agree with that. I don't find you controlling. I find you interesting. And like I said before, there's probably some stuff that we disagree and stuff like that. But the greater good is there's stuff that we're on the same level playing with. And you have to respect that. To constantly say, just to use the excuse that you're a control freak, you're not. Okay. So I utterly disagree with that comment that you're controlled. That's an utter, how can I put it? It's just not true.
It's a bold-faced lie.
That's a great way.
Listen, the only way you can control me is with vintage art.
Yeah.
Vintage art. You have got, I think I almost pissed my pants yesterday. I saw that and I thought,
the bathroom twice on that one just to make sure.
I thought to God it was a real photo, and I thought the cheese is falling off the cracker. What is he doing? It's like, is this his wife, an ex-girlfriend? I was like, at first I was like, I'm not really seeing this. This is like a really bad dream. And then I went, no, I'm seeing it.
That was fun.
It was fun. It's fun. Till Daddy takes the T-Bird away. How are you today, sir?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm not joking about where they're going to have it, where you own an image of yourself or several images of yourself, and they're digitally coded that no one else can use them, and that will be a way for you to verify who you are in a website.
Yourself.
Yeah. And the days of not being able to have a photo will be gone. And I guarantee you, it's going to be like within a year or two. The other thing I said, and I don't want to be a told you so, but I said it's going to come to a point where the numbers will matter. And everybody was like, you are a pompous ass, and all you care about is numbers. And I said, no, numbers run social media. They really do. And then suddenly it was like, yeah, there might be a little merit in what he was saying. But I don't think numbers dictate great content.
Nope.
No, I've seen people with a lot of numbers that have kind of what I would consider mediocre content. And Randy Horton.
Can I say something about the content, Michael?
Yes, go ahead.
Randy, well, this is the one thing when I ended my broadcast there, I didn't think of talking about, but it's another issue that Randy has an issue with the HAPs about that they don't care about us.
Yeah.
And they state that on the webpage. You can take that. There's two thoughts on that. You can take it for what it's worth.
Yes.
Or else you can just say, you know what? Okay, it's their sandbox. They can do that. But I'm going to still use this platform to see what I can do. Okay. And show them that, okay, that's your priority, the musicians and stuff. It's their platform. But again, it goes back to what I was talking about in my broadcast. If you use that, this place sucks, I don't like that anymore. I think it's disingenuous.
But they have the right to do that, but there will be outcomes for that. That's all.
That's true.
You know, some of us love vintage art. Not everybody does. Like, we all have our thing. You know?
Now, I mean, remember Blab, those who come from Blab, and I know Rich comes from Blab also. I mean, once he started messing around with this
what I'm
stuff,
talking about.
and then the numbers started dropping and their revenue started dropping. That was the end of the story.
Yeah.
That could happen to any platform. It can happen to this one too. If supposedly a lot of people went to the exit doors after the upgrade, there is proof that's something
of that.
related to your business plan or whatever you have in mind, and that's how a company deals with stuff. I really don't think that they have the intention of trying to compete with TikTok. TikTok has huge numbers.
Yeah, I think what they want is quality, not quantity.
Yeah, probably.
And for this to be successful, they need 100 broadcasters that are like of your quality, you two, to be honest with you. I'm serious. They need 100 at that level.
Again, I'm just a knucklehead broadcaster.
You got it. Here's my only grievance with you, and I'm being really sincere about this. I've said since day one, you are top notch. People love you. You are heartwarming. Yep. But that would never happen if we didn't see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you put a pig up and a cow up the whole broadcast, you would have nobody come up.
Yeah, I think, you know.
And you're not smoking up.
I'm not disagreeing with you as far as you have every right not to show your face and stuff like that. But the broadcaster, they have rules that they want to set. And I think we're just setting them. We're just being upfront. So you can disagree and say and to say it's not fair, that's being disingenuous, because it's just the way you feel. Like, I feel more comfortable if I see a face, because there's a lot. And I know you have the non-disclosure or whatever and stuff like that. It's understandable. Yeah. Though I would say if you have a non-disclosure, you shouldn't even be on here to begin with. Even
agreed.
No picture and stuff from what I've seen on non-disclosures. Yeah. But I don't talk about my job. I don't talk about religion. Yeah. I don't talk specifics about my family. Now, lately, if the missus is here and she loved your good morning, Nazim, buongiorno.
Exactly.
She liked it.
Yeah.
That's as far as I go. I don't want to talk about the family. There's so much more to talk about this thing called the internet, and what's going on in the world and stuff like that.
Hi, Ann. Hi, Lenny. Hi, Ash. So, and this is not a personal attack. It's just something I'm comfortable with. So in the future, as this grows, if a person is not willing to come up for even 5 seconds and show me who they are, and if it doesn't match their photo or their bio, and the thing is, you can
Lenny,
do a reverse.
You're not being judged. I'm not judging you. It's just a rule. That's cut and dry. That's not being judged. Okay. So you saying that's your opinion.
Yeah, it's and you know what? You can deem me to be nuts, but it's coming. Like I've been preaching on here for 6 months about numbers, and people were like, "You're an idiot. You're this. You're that." And I said, "There'll come a day where you're going to have a certain amount of broadcasters." The other thing is too, I don't remember the last time that Nazim and I got high and passed out on a broadcast. I haven't seen that yet. Now,
to be honest with you, Michael,
I think we wetted our pants yesterday.
Days when Nazim did that.
But nobody knows that, right? Did anybody know that?
I don't know.
No, okay. Nazim doesn't like this. He's just looking up at the sky. Dear Jesus, Michael's crazy. But I've known that from the beginning. Why am I here?
I'm looking at my board where I have the art in question.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Well, we all have distractions. It's better than addiction. He's just going to his happy place.
That was a classic. You should snip that, Michael, and put it up on YouTube. Well, and block out the picture.
I was waiting for Pablo or Peter to send me an email via
Yeah.
Discord or something to tell
I
me,
don't know. I
listen,
don't think
No,
enough
it's all
people
good,
are, I don't
Jesse.
think
You're
enough people
you're
are
good.
seeing it, to be honest with you.
nope,
So I
I
just
don't
want to
think
go
so
through
either.
numbers, and please don't take it as negative. I'm just being honest, okay? I used to go from a really bad day, I would have 700 views by the end of the day.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you.
A really good day, I'd have 1,000, right? Or more. If I had Randy Horton in, it was a different world. I had
Yeah,
Randy Horton in the other day. We got 400 views.
I
Do you
had
see a
Randy.
Do you see a
I had
problem?
I had Randy come in and join me at the cemetery in Milan, and it went up
Yeah.
to like 1,600
Right away.
right
Right?
away.
So what has happened is a great deal of the audience, because of all this shenanigans, has left. And I think a lot of it is people don't feel secure on this format anymore.
Well, I don't think it's that in general. I really think this landscape thing was a big blow to a lot of people. They
Yeah.
really
Hi,
freaked out.
Joy. Hi, Joy.
Good morning,
You're
Joy.
pixelating really bad. Richard, do you want to go down and come back up?
I think this taking away the landscape really killed a lot of people's shows, and the OBS
Yeah.
hard trying to get the OBS to work again.
Yeah.
So
I do love the award system.
Yeah, yeah. And I tested out yesterday at the park down here, a vertical
Okay.
stream, and it went fine. No issues.
Yeah, but you probably have really good high-end internet there.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
Yeah. No
So
beaches
I don't
though.
know. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So
Speak your mind, buddy. I can tell you're on a governor. I can tell you. So
no, because I
like
missed the drama, and I didn't get a chance to see what was going
there's no
on.
drama.
I
It's
understood
this
that
simple. It's this simple.
it's
I
a
said,
rule. Yeah.
if you don't have a photo, I don't think it's safe for me to have you up. Period. That's
Mm.
it.
That's a rule.
I don't feel safe anymore. I've had some really weird stuff happen. I had someone steal my photo recently and my name and change the L into a 1. Nobody noticed in the Michael. And you know how Michael ends with an L, and there's a 1 instead. Used my picture and went into a broadcast for a second or two.
There's a lot of people that did that on Facebook a while back.
Yeah.
Friends that went through impersonation things. That's why they asked for the number though here, right?
Yeah.
That's why they put the number restriction to cut down on that, I would imagine.
Joy, I invited you up if you want to come up. And then, but it could be the full moon. I had someone yesterday tell me my religious beliefs when I don't even believe in that religion.
I agree with Anne. I totally agree with Anne on what she just said. People have to stop bashing the app and the team and just get on with it. Exactly.
The team is wonderful. Oh my God. Like my heart. I'm not a crier, but I start thinking about the shit they've been through. Their life must be hell right now.
Yeah.
Like, when is the last time someone said anything nice? It must be like a poo patty.
Hey, Slime. I can tell you one thing. Anne Rush is going ahead with her stuff and doing her cooking stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. But I know what she looks like. And there's a photo. And she has brand recognition. And probably so much so, she can't go down the street in her town without people going, hey, how's Swift Beats? How are you doing? Right? So if you're on here, it's got to be a full expression. It can't be a partial. Do a podcast. Do radio. But even in radio, you got to show your picture. I hear someone banging boxes. Is that your wife?
Yeah, correct. And she's doing her makeup bag because tomorrow she's got to leave.
Yeah.
She's gonna do the makeup for
Yeah.
Mrs. Missoni, the owner.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing about not showing the faces, it's a complicated subject matter. I think maybe, and I'm just trying to play the
devil's advocate.
Mr. Diplomacy here.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe if that person sends you a picture or does a one-to-one with you to
Yeah,
say, "This is me," and I'm
yeah.
and then but then would they want to come back on the show not showing their faces? That's the thing. I don't know.
No, that's what I said. I
Hmm.
said I said to JB, I wish I could go to a coffee shop, meet you, buy you coffee, buy you lunch, buy you whatever, spend a few minutes with you, and then at least know you are who you say.
Right. Well, that could be solved with a simple DM
Right,
video call,
right. They were like, I had
and
several.
then and then
Someone
you
said you
basically and
can't
then
play
he comes on
God.
the and then
You
he
can't.
comes on
Someone
the
said
show, but at least you guys met each other. You know that he's not a
yeah, but someone says you're playing God, and I said no, I'm protecting myself.
Well, that's your decision. Exactly. It's your broadcast, and it's
But I'm
your rule.
suggesting to everyone, do not follow people who don't have photos. If you know them in real life, fantastic. Great. Wonderful.
Mm.
That
Stupendous.
same rule applies on Twitter. There's very few
Oh,
people.
oh,
Well,
it's
there's
even
some
worse.
if you
It's
know
even
them and
worse
stuff like
there.
that.
Oh my god.
What's that, Michael?
It's crazy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
The
yeah, it's
bots and
fun.
everything. It's crazy.
Tweet
It
on
is fun.
Twitter and have fun. That's my byline there.
Yeah.
well, Twitter, for example, on Twitter, I have two accounts. I have my personal account, then I have a
Hmm.
Kazakiezi account, which is for the talent, and that's a brand, that's a logo.
How is
So
that hateful, Lenny? Lenny, help me. How is that hateful? I'm trying to make sure that people don't get duped. I'm not suggesting you. I'm saying as a rule in general. I can't say to one person, I don't feel comfortable, JB, and I think my what I'm asking is very basic. They asked you for a phone number. You don't use your phone number now. You don't get on this app. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was a little put back by that
Yeah.
first.
yeah,
Like,
a lot of people didn't. A
That
lot
to
of
me
people
is
didn't
more
like that.
it's just the way
invasive
it
than
is.
someone seeing my photo or my face on a camera for 5 minutes or 5 seconds. Like yesterday, I said to JB, if you are who you say you are, just show me for 5 seconds on the computer. That's it. That's all I need, and then I won't bother you again about it. But I have sneaking suspicions when people are putting pigs in the background and bulls while I'm speaking and shaking them. It was weird. And if you don't believe me, watch the broadcast. It was very strange.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter asks. They don't have my phone number. They
I don't.
request it, but
I
it's not a
don't think so.
mandatory. Like
Yeah.
Haps has made it here.
Hi,
So
Joy.
I feel comfortable
Jimmy.
with Haps. I met Pete Pablo. I met Mark. I talked with Mark here.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable. Hey,
Hi, Joy.
Joy.
Good morning.
Hi,
How are
Joy.
you
How do you
doing?
feel about this? Be real. You can always be real.
Okay, if it's like Lenny doesn't show her face, Belle doesn't show her face. Now, we've, talked to them, we know who they are, but
Yeah.
you still have to be careful. And I'm not talking about Lenny,
Yeah.
but for those people who don't show themselves, you do have to be careful because I know that, um, prior and even on Periscope when the phone calls were there, um, I would not bring up anybody that I was not familiar with, just simply because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just don't. So I think you do need to be careful. But people do put up, like you said a few minutes ago, fake photos.
Yeah. I was in a
So,
broadcast that I didn't even know I was in the other day.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I it was funny because when I told Peter and Pablo, I said, it's been up there for a while. I thought you guys would see it. And then what was happening, people were inviting me into rooms thinking it was me, not really looking. Because you don't
right.
look. You see my face, right? And I was in a broadcast and I was like, I was watching it. And I went, oh my God. And I think it was a female. So this morning I got told that I thought I was God and that how dare I want to know who was coming into the, and I said, I have to protect myself. I'm sorry. And it's not a personal attack. And I can't just do it to select people because that would be wrong.
You're being consistent
Right.
across the board.
Right.
You know,
And
the
it's not
thing,
like I'm
and
asking you to come on air. I'm saying to you, Facebook Messenger, 5 seconds. Voice matches, we're rocking. Move
Yeah,
on. I hope
that's
we would talk more than
that would
that.
be the solution. Yeah.
Yeah, so Smoke, I said to him, I can't do it anymore unless I see you. And he said, no problem. We talked for half an hour. He took his mask off. It was really strange. And ever since then, I felt safe. But prior to that, I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Mm-mm-mm.
And even to this day, I'm thinking, that's not great for my brand. Some guy coming on with a mask. And when you have the looks that Nazim has and Richard, why would you ever, not share that kind of beauty with the world? And when you have an art collection that is as vast and rich as Nazim's,
I hope Joy didn't see that replay.
yeah, he was celebrating the human form. That's what he was doing. He also scared the living shit out of me. But if you want to see me out of control, laughing, and feeling incredibly uncomfortable, and I think I even said to you, I love you, you're a crazy mother or something, right?
You need to take a
I'm gonna
snippet
turn
of
my
that.
mic down just a
Of that.
minute.
Oh, I
It's
know.
weird.
You could loop
funny.
that. Just me laughing. Not in the pit, just me losing it.
That was funny.
Oh my God, it was awesome. But I'm not doing a personal attack and I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I have a lot to lose.
You're just setting ground rules. That's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
comes down to.
Rules of
The
engagement.
ground rules.
That's it.
I think it's a resolvable situation. I don't see it so.
I think you're going to see more and more people doing it, and you're going to have less and less problems. And I'm not joking. It's going to get to a point where you're going to have to pay for a digital photo of yourself that is registered, and that'll be the way that you get in.
Damn.
We're also going to have a chip in our hand, which will be inserted in here. In this soft part. They already have that in Sweden.
That part freaks me
Okay,
out.
yeah.
But that's by
Okay, now
choice.
Michael's correct. Michael is correct. Now I know, and I don't know how the Michael. I know your beliefs, but I don't know the other two
Nazim, can
gentlemen's
you
beliefs.
just hit your audio for a sec so we can hear Joy?
Sure.
Thank you, buddy. Just for a second.
But me, as a Christian, I do read my Bible. I do believe in the Bible, and the Bible
Mm-hmm.
talks about in Revelation that there will be a chip. And has it been out? Yes, it has. Michael is correct. It's already in Sweden. It's already going through other countries,
Yeah.
and it's identification. But they're also going to have your financial information on there, where all you have to do, and they've got it now. That all you have to do, and don't take my word for it. Google it. That's all I'm asking. Just Google it and you will see what I'm talking about. That all you have to do is swipe your hand and it's going to take your information. Now, it's like the credit cards.
Yes.
It's like I have a credit card that
Yeah.
it has the chip in it. You can insert it, or I have one now that all you have to do is tap the screen and it
Mm-hmm.
takes it. So it's not that far off to look and see that it is coming. It is coming, people. And regardless
No,
of your
it's not
religious
coming. It's
beliefs
here,
or
Joy.
not,
Joy.
it
There's
is
countries that
correct.
are doing it.
I stand corrected. You are correct. Yes.
And you know
And
what
tell you
scares
the
me
It
the
is
most?
here.
Do you know what scares
I
me
have
the
to
most?
respectfully disagree. Because if it's being done, it's by choice right now. I
It
think
is
what
by
Joy is
choice.
saying,
Yes.
we're not going to see in our lifetime.
It is by choice. You're right, buddy.
I,
It is. It is
right now,
totally by
yes, it is
choice.
by choice.
It's
Yes,
voluntary.
right now it is by choice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But eventually the monetary system will collapse, and because you're seeing it right now. Look at all this crazy stuff that's going on with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's all
Yeah.
digital.
But
Okay.
Joey, you know what I'm most worried about, hon? Honestly, and I'm
What?
not trying to be gross. If your credit card is in this part of your hand, are
Mhm.
people going to be cutting your hand off or digging out of here to get the chip? Like, it's scary.
It
You've
is
done it
very
What?
in
scary.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but movies, if you've noticed, right? Like,
But you
what was
guys
a
are
gr-
sure cheering me up on a Sunday.
well,
Yeah, I know. This
you
is like
could
my fun
share some of your
conversation I
art
have
if
early
you
in the
want
morning.
before we go.
Yeah.
That would help. No, not right now. No. So, all right, I went too far. Sorry, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. The missus, right? Oh God, sorry. Requesting quiet. Requesting quiet.
Good morning, Bubba.
Shh. So you guys want to play
Okay,
checkers and
thank you.
chess the rest of the day? Shh. Yes. Oh my God. So security is going to be an issue, especially for companies, and it's already here. And cyber security is big bucks
Oh,
because
it's more profound now than it has been in the past
yeah,
with everything going on.
and companies are losing millions through ransomware. So this lady that lives in my building, she must be 80. She was crying the other day, and I said to her, "What's wrong?" And they said, I had to pay to get my family photos back." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Did someone rob your apartment?" And she goes, "No, no, I had them on my computer and they encrypted my computer." And I said, "Well, what did they want?" And they said, "Well, they realized I only had $500 in my bank." And that's exactly what they asked for. So not only did they know how much she had to spend, and she paid it. And luckily, and I said, the likelihood of you getting the photos was probably 4%. He said, at least they give you your photos back. And she was so happy to have them. But she's like 80. And I said to her,
Thank
you
you,
Well,
Jen.
and
should
it's
back, I said, you should back all that up. Always.
oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you, Bishop Jen. Thank you so much. But, I have to be true to myself. And the thing is, there's been a lot of weirdness going on lately. And I'm just trying to set rules of engagement. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's not a targeted attack. It's just something I think I really need to implement. And I really want people to consider before they follow a stranger they don't know on here, because we're going to have a bunch of strangers. Get to know them first.
Oh yeah.
Get to
Yeah.
know them first. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just kind of look into them, see if there's some photos, see if they work where they say they work, because people steal people's identities all the time. What do
Yeah,
you
they
think,
do.
Richard? Are we beating this to death? Should we talk about something else?
It just you just all you're asking is the people. If I had a thing, I would take it as okay. Let's meet on a side. You see who I am, and then when I come back to this platform, if I have my picture up here, you're gonna let me in because you met it.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
I can respect that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not being disingenuous. I'm using that a
yeah,
lot this morning. But
yeah. It's a big word.
someone to say that's not right, that's wrong. No,
Mhm.
that's your personal feeling,
Yeah.
and I have to agree with that. I agree
So,
with it totally as
yeah.
far as that goes. There's nothing
Okay.
wrong with that.
I
Meeting
want to ask
somebody
you
on
a
the side.
personal question though. If we get to a point where they have to verify your photo, like a passport. You know how when you
Right.
get your passport, you sometimes will get a lawyer or you'll get a trusted friend and you get it
Yeah.
notarized. I think it's going to get to the point where if you're on certain platforms, especially business, you're going to have a photo that you own of yourself, that only you own,
Right.
that has a digital signature. And if you don't have a photo, you will not be able to be on the platform. Period.
That
Now you can
That'll be
you
the
can
rules of the
broadcast.
platform. That'll be the rules of the platform.
Yeah, and it's going there. I would rather give my photo than my phone number. I'm sorry. That's me. I don't like giving my phone number out. That to me is ooh.
No.
What do you think, Joy? Am I crazy? Well, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but
No, I mean it is going into some crazy stuff. It really is. It really is. But Michael, on the other platform before Haps redone everything, I
yes,
was actually trying to invite people
right.
into my broadcast. Do you know how you could like invite people when you're putting up your information to go live,
Mm-hmm.
and I put in your name, and there was a whole list
Mm-hmm.
of your name came
I
up, and it
know.
was like,
I know.
which one? I don't
And
have a clue.
nobody knows the hate I get. It
Yeah,
is crazy, and I don't bring it up. I make jokes. I'll say things like 80% like me, 20% would like to drag me around the block. I get it. And it comes with the territory. That's fine. I just invited Slam up, and but we have to be very careful of our brand. And
right.
I
We
know
do.
Richard really, to him, he wants to be seen in a certain light. I know you do.
Right.
And he does it successfully. Now Nazim, I'm not too sure what light he wants to be seen in. But that
Oh,
is his brand too.
would you say in that, Michael, what you see is exactly how, if we met on the street, you would see me. Like yesterday, I went to
Mhm.
the breakfast with the missus. We're in Denny's. As I'm paying the bill, I'm turning
Mhm.
around. There's people. I'm very sociable. I say, good morning. How
Yeah.
y'all doing? I don't know these people for squat, but they
Yeah.
put a smile on their face. I could see the smile coming through the
Yeah.
masks and stuff like that.
Well,
And they say, oh, you have a great day too, and stuff like that. So
yeah.
it's no different. I'm no different here than I am in the
Oh
real
no.
world.
No, I know you're exactly the same. You
Oh,
probably even
that's,
have
yeah,
that
me too. Yeah.
you probably
And
have
the
that
missus
punchy
says
side too.
just as loud too because she's eating her breakfast here.
Yes. Yeah. Well, tell her I enjoy her in the background.
Hey, that's okay. I'm getting hungry too, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah. You're
eat
gonna have to go. So
breakfast too.
you're gonna get hangry. But I honestly believe that we're coming into and I'm not talking tomorrow, but I'm talking next year. There will be platforms where you're gonna have to get your photo verified. And if you don't use your photo, you'll always be able to podcast,
Yeah.
right? You'll always be able to be on Facebook with your friends and put a picture of your dog. But when you're broadcasting on here, this is a platform. This is like a TV network. There are standards. There are investors. If you do it half step it and don't do it fully, there's a good chance you won't be on the platform. It's going to get
And
competitive.
yeah, I totally agree with that. Just simply because of there are so many troll accounts that the creators can't, they're being created faster than the creator of the apps
Hmm.
can verify and bring
Hi,
down.
Mel.
Hey now.
Yeah, hi, Mel. So I in the future, and I have a rule for Twitter. I know this sounds nutty too, and I'll even say to my friends, they'll say, "Why do you not have a backdrop on your Twitter? Like, are you that lazy? Do you know how you have the backdrop? You have your picture, and you don't have the backdrop." I said, "It looks like shit. Like, put a
You got
backdrop
a
there."
picture though. You got a picture.
Right,
Yeah,
but the
you do have a
backdrop
picture
is
though.
just as important for your brand.
Who freaking Jesus.
Everybody cares now. They
No,
do.
no, no,
So
no.
consider it if you don't have a backdrop. What do you have? A color? What do you got? On your Twitter, you have a backdrop.
Do I have a backdrop? Let
You
me
do.
see.
You
I
got a
don't know.
picture of your hunky self with your fireman thing, I think. If I remember right.
No, let me
Yeah,
see.
I do. And it's
I know
like,
I have
look
it
at
on
me.
Facebook. What do I
Look
got?
at the beauty of me. Look at your Twitter.
I'm looking. I'm looking now. I'm looking. Let me see. What the hell? Let me go
Yeah.
profile.
No, I
What do I
put it
got?
up. I know you do. I've seen it. I've put it.
No, just off to the right, I have a thing that says knowledge. That's all I have.
Your Twitter
It says knowledge.
account
It's a
has
picture.
you as a
Oh,
fireman.
the logo. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'm
I'm
thinking
like,
full blown.
I'm like, am I
It's two
sniffing
icons.
modeling glue? Because I've put it on the show and went, look at him. He's a hunky devil. How old were you there? Was that like 10 years ago?
Oh, let's see. That's back when I was still doing the ARF bit. I was
Yeah.
probably 53, 54, 54.
Yeah. But
That's when
you're
I was still doing ARF because
but
I
but
did it
but
for a short time.
yeah, but you're a beefcake. Look at you. You're no skinny little
Oh
guy.
no,
Like, yeah, I don't think someone's going to come up and push you out of the
no.
way.
I thought you meant a full picture going across. Those are just two icons and stuff like that. They
But
They
if
are
I go in, if
photographed.
I go into a platform and there's no picture and there's
Yeah,
no backdrop, I'm like,
I
no.
thought.
Puppy,
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, the
Yeah,
picture.
come here.
yeah. So, but in the
So
future, anybody who follows someone new on the platform, please don't just click on it. Have a look, research it, take a few minutes, and try to figure out if they're real. And how many people are on here and go, I have 14 followers. My name is Billy Boo Boo Boo.
those are automatic blocks. All right, Michael, I'm gonna step
Thank
down.
you.
Thank you.
Get.
Great seeing you, Joy. Love you.
Oh, you have a wonderful day. You have a
Okay,
wonderful day.
we'll be talking to Michael. Ciao for now.
Yes. Listen, tell your wife how lucky she is to have the beefcake that you are. There you go.
Yeah, she I'm lucky to have her. Believe me.
That's what. Well played. Write
Okay.
notes.
Believe me, I know that for a fact. She could have kicked me out a couple of times, but
Yeah.
she was she's very gracious. So thank you.
Thank
You all
you.
have a great one.
I will, sure. Thank you for coming up. I really value
You
your
too.
time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Say hi to your cat. Oh my God. He always has the cat there. So, Slam, are you there, my friend? All right. I think he's going into wardrobe. He's putting on his mask.
Hey, Michael.
You gotta
Just
go?
yeah, I do have to go.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks for bringing me up, and thanks, guys.
Your photo kind of faded in dark and light. Is anybody else having that glitch?
Mm.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't
Where
know. I see things going in and out of darkness all the time.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for adding some light here.
All right, guys. You all
All
have a
right.
great day.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So Jess 1, how are you today? I leave 2 now. Well, I'm glad you're here. Jess, did you want to come up for a second? Or Anne, do you want to come up? You know, and anyone that's Slam, did you die? He must be on a call or something. All right. So the miracle is this is more than we share. And the more that we share, the better our life becomes. And when we can be transparent and show our vulnerabilities, I think it's wonderful. Doubt everything, find your own light. So always question, be inquisitive, study before you follow someone, before you sign up for a website. If you get a call and they're like going, I need your personal information, don't give it to them. Melanie, how are you today? Haps has so many glitches. Yeah, it does. I agree. All right. Let's see here. One of my favorite people on this app, and one of the boldest people, in my estimation, is Bishop Jen. All right. I'm going to invite her up as well.
Allow. Okay.
You crashed me out there for a second.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah,
I'm on more mobile. I may have to leave. I think I'm stinking up the joint, man. This
that's
mobile really
okay.
blows.
It does a wise blow.
I don't want to stink up the joint.
You don't want to stink it up? No.
No, I'm on the street. I'm on this street. I'm actually over here by the water. I'm close to the airport, so if the planes start taking off, I'm going to back out. I don't want to disrupt everything.
Are you on the street shuffling your beat? Shuffling your feet to the Astro beat?
Actually, my feet are planted to the beat, so I'm just moving shoulders right now.
Yeah.
I'm just over here. I don't know if I could see what's going on.
So basically, right now the The reception's not great. You just wanted to come up and say hi for a second.
Yeah, I'm kind of out there a little bit. I thought it would be smoother, but I said let me try the phone for a change, but it's not working.
Did you hear what I said about in the future where they're going to have it where you have to have your photo up and your photo
Yes.
will be like cryptocurrency, only you own it?
I was listening to that part. Yes.
Yeah, it's a weird world. I'm so sorry, Bishop Jen, you can't get up. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I invited you. Yeah, you're there. All right.
Sometimes there are some issues with going up and down and whatnot. But you're right, Mike. Same thing like Joy was alluding to with the, oh man, this is not going to be good. Are we getting too much background noise here?
It's pretty wild, but keep going. Speak your mind. It's okay.
Okay, I'll try to get it in quick. Like you enjoy, salute to Joy. You enjoy, we're talking about it earlier. Yes, the microchip in the hand, the RFID chip has been patented by Motorola probably like 20 years ago. So that's definitely in existence. I read about it about 30 years ago. So, yeah, these things are coming down the pipeline. So get used to it. So when it comes to digital security and cybersecurity, since that is the movement of the future, this is nothing against JB or NEP, but that's kind of the direction that people are going with to feel safe.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's Mike's broadcast, so he has the choice to, you know, it's his decision, you know. And I know it's not convenient for a lot of people that are used to coming up here, because Mike, you host like a place where a lot of us broadcasters come like to check Mike out. Like, what's Mike doing? You're like, you know, whether you like it or not, you're kind of like the flagship standard or one of the flagship standards on the network. So a lot of people do come check you out. So it would be, you know, kind of a loss to say like somebody like Lenny that participates in your broadcast quite often and things. But that's something that you and her have to work out offline.
Agreed. Yeah,
and that's about it.
It's very simple. So how do you feel about the chip in the hand thing?
The RFID chip.
Like in the
it's coming
part,
too.
Yeah, I think when you get when you get your vaccine, they're going to have it where there'll be a chip in there. No, I'm not joking. I think it's coming.
I got you. Listen, I have you. Like it goes along the whole lines. I'm not really the most religious. I'm open to pretty much all ideas and all philosophies, so I keep open ears. Yeah. But that would go along the lines of, say, biblical, the mark of the beast. Okay. Yeah. I guess the RFID chip would be replacing what would previously have been set up or designated to be the barcode. But they said, you know what, let's scrap the barcode idea and let's go with something internal. So I guess that's what they're leaning towards, the powers that be. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get too deep and political into it.
The other thing they're doing here in Canada, I don't know if you guys have this, but you're going to have where you can check yourself out with your cart. So your cart will have, you just scan it, you use your credit card. They're going to have mega cameras watching you. So if you're a person that can't be on camera, you know, legally, you're not going to be able to leave your apartment, because from the time you leave your door to the time you're in the grocery store, and it's scary now. They have cameras that will, you know, just through suspicious movements, they have people watching you all the time.
Well, listen, that's gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, go ahead. And I feel bad for the cashiers, because there won't be cashiers anymore.
No, they'll eliminate cashiers. That goes along with the Big Brother. George Orwell, an interesting book for those. Helga alluded to this a few weeks ago, and I responded to her in the chat when she put up a posting regarding George Orwell, 1984. For those of us that still quote unquote read books, there used to be things called actual books that had paper, and we used to read them.
What do they look like?
Looks like a book.
Are they the ones where you open them and you had to flip the page? Yeah.
And actually read them. Yeah, they were they look just like books. Yeah. So George Orwell, 1984 is a great read, or you can get that on audio possibly, I'm sure. But back in the days, I did a book report on that as a child, and I thought that the information was a little too heavy for a 12-year-old. But what that did is that opened my mind to the possibilities of the things that we could expect in the future. And here we have it coming into full fruition. You have video cameras on every corner. We do have the implement of the RFID chip where you will just swipe your hand at the grocery store and it'll contain your debit card and all your information. So these things are actually coming to light. So it's strange how these people were visionaries writing these books back in the 70s and earlier than that. And all of these things are coming to fruition. Sorry for that long drawn out explanation, but that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's yours, Mike. The floor is yours, my friend. Sorry.
It's okay. Alexa C, I've given you the
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, how are you, my dear?
Good morning.
Good
morning,
morning.
Alexa. Nice for you to join us.
Yes. It's crazy. If you want to come up and promote your business, I think. Let me look here. I better make sure I invited her. I did.
Who, Alexa?
Right.
I thought you meant the literal Alexa that you talked to, the virtual.
I did. But cybersecurity now is a huge business, and ransomware is insane, and they are targeting everyone. So you have to be extra vigilant. Every company now has huge training, I guess is the nicest way of saying it, forced.
Yes.
And the days of just trusting someone's word, you can't do that anymore. And we're going to have thousands of people on here.
Yes.
And I know it's going to get to a point where they're going to make me pay $100 or more to have an ugly photo of myself that will be the only photo I can use to identify me, but I'll be able to get in any website with that photo.
Maybe they'll initiate face recognition technology, Mike, as an alternative.
Yeah, it's not terribly accurate yet, though. It's close.
Oh, okay.
You're right. It's getting there, right? We're also having where there won't be relationships anymore. You're gonna have you're gonna have a robot companion.
All right.
And they're already doing that with seniors who are alone, and they're now talking to little mini robots. And the one lady is now dressing up the robot, and she brought it to the meeting where her friends were. I don't know if you've seen this movie. It's beautiful.
No, but it sounds cool.
And she never talked to anybody all day, and now, the robot plays games with her and asks her questions and keeps her mental acuity going. But the days
that's great.
But unless you're willing to be a hermit and never leave your apartment, unfortunately, everything you eat, everything you say, it's not to the point where everything you think is going to be monitored. They know exactly what you've bought in the last 3 years.
Yeah, if you use debit card when you go shopping, of course they do, unless you make all your transitions cash. That's obvious. But then you're also being recorded on video while you're making the cash transaction. So one way or the other, it will be traced back to you if need be.
If you've been in a hospital, they've already taken a photo of you without you knowing it, and they have that on record.
That's your file. That goes into your file.
So that is there. They probably even have now footage of you if you're sick in the hospital.
Possibly.
Yes. So the days of I have rights and it's unfair and you're targeting me, it's done. It's gone.
No more rights. We have no rights. We only have lefts. There are no more rights available. Only lefts.
Well, England has so many cameras. Like so many cameras now. It's wild how many, and they're high definition. And they can make out what you have in your hand in the dark.
All right.
So my nose, they would be able to make out the follicles in my nose and identify it. They would go, that's Mike Bathurst.
Wow. Yeah. Big Brother is in full play, man. Big Brother's in full play. Get used to it. Or go underground or move off the grid like Grizzly Adams.
Well, but people are doing
the options.
But you're making jokes. People are leaving the grid because they can't bear it
anymore. I know,
They've
Mike. I know.
Enough.
Trust me. I know. I've been researching this. Since the 90s, what the future would hold. So these are things I'm very, very well aware of.
Yeah.
Aware of, sir.
Some of my, what's the word? Friends that have no worries about money have secondary properties just in case the pandemic gets bad way up north.
Copy.
With
That's a
with
great
like
idea for those with
like
financial flexibility.
with 5 to 10 years worth of dried goods, and
Oh,
and they're
that's beautiful.
and they're armed to the hilt.
I would love to be in a position to do that. Maybe I should
Yeah,
relocate to Canada and set it up because the
Brian,
way
I
I live, I
invited you
can't
up.
do that.
I'd love for you to support.
Brian,
Yeah, you know what's weird? I got Brian here twice.
Brian. That means it's a Brian. That's a double Brian.
Brian,
Oh
is there
man, we're
any way?
starting to get heavy takeoffs
I'll let
over
you
here.
go. Take care, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm gonna roll out. You have a good
Yeah.
afternoon. Shout out to Brian, Joy, Milt, everybody was here earlier. Peace, y'all. Have a good day. I'll be on later. Sunday Night Smoke, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Cheap plugs. Peace.
I love it. Yeah, cheap plugs indeed. They're free.
They're free.
They're
Take care,
free.
Mike. I appreciate it. You have a good day, my friend.
All right. Wish me luck. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wish you luck, my friend. Peace.
Yeah.
Be safe. Be secure.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
don't let anybody steal your hand for your chip in your hand.
No, I'm gonna put like those steel bracelets that the kid with the golden arms, or even like the Wonder Woman type, but they got to be the extra long to cover the entire up past
Yeah.
the wrist. You know, like where the bone connects and it's easy to cut right there. I wanted something that's gonna go further than that. I'm gonna invent it before it's needed. Actually, thanks for this conversation. I'll be rich one day.
I hope so too. You're rich in love already, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. All right. All right. Have a good day, sir.
Bye-bye. That was fun. That was fun. There you go.
Let's see if it'll let me leave now. That's the hard part.
Let me leave. Well, see, the Palladian overlords might be saying, no,
Let's see.
we need him. We need him. We will dictate when he leaves, Michael. You have no control.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm at the mercy of the gods on Sundays. You know how that works. Let me try to work this here. I lose control usually. I'll power off before the next plane takes off. All right, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Let me power down.
All right.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Hey, Bernie. How are you, sir? So Brian, if you could come up, that'd be great, because I'm not going to be up much longer, and I would love to talk to you for a few minutes. I haven't talked to Bernie in a long time too, and this is the other problem, and I'm not trying to be negative, but we're having a hell of a time getting people to leave the broadcast. Okay, hopefully. And what happens too, the other thing I've noticed is that you're in the backstage sometimes and they don't even know they're still in the backstage, and if you click it, thank you for the award, they end up on the camera. It's crazy. So just be extra careful. That's all I'm asking. Swift Beats is in the house. All right, let's see. But it's getting to a point where when you go to the grocery store, you're going to be checking out your own groceries, but within your cart. And they're going to be watching you from every angle. And there's going to be 30 cameras in every angle. And they're going to have high definition pictures of the back of your neck. Like it's wild. And they're going to be able to identify you by the back of your neck. That is how powerful it will be in the future. Mr. Bathurst, I'm feeling so sorry for Lenny. Aw, it's not Lenny. It has nothing to do with Lenny. It's going to be anybody who doesn't have a photo. I have to do this in the future. So I'm trying to set a precedent, and I'm hoping that people will follow this, because it's coming where they're going to have, and I mark this down, write it down. It's going to be where they're going to force you and make you pay, I think about $100 to have a digital photo of yourself that you update just like a passport every 5 years, and it has to be current without a smile. That will be how you get on social media. And they're going to dictate what you can say and where you go. It's scary. And a lot of this will be within a time frame of 2 to 5 years. And it's going to be where if you don't share your photo or personal information, like think about it. To be on here now, you have to share your phone number. That to me is wild. That to me bothers me more than showing my face. But everybody's different. Everybody has their, their personal things, right? So I get it. And I'm not trying to exclude anybody. And then you've got people like Captain Rehab who will share himself in the shower. So there's different levels of what people are comfortable with. But if you think your photo isn't out there, it's out there. It's everywhere. And I guarantee you, which is really scary, if you guys notice this, if you buy something on Amazon and you're on Facebook, you suddenly have that item on your Facebook. Like the other day, I was looking for, what was it? I think it was a shower curtain. And suddenly I had shower curtains. And the other thing I was looking for was a personal hard drive. I suddenly had personal hard drives. And I was also looking for a digital mixer. Guess what I had? Digital mixer. So everywhere we go, we leave a digital footprint. I'm not singling anybody out, hun. I'm saying anybody who has a photo, right? I want to verify that photo, who they are. I want to be able to go on social media and see who they are. That's it. I've already had people pretend they're me on this platform. That's it. I'm just protecting myself. This is not a personal attack. Lenny, I think you're a great person. That hasn't changed. But I have to be consistent. And I had some very weird stuff happen yesterday on JB's. And I came to the conclusion that unless somebody has a photo or I can see them on another platform like their LinkedIn or their Facebook or something, preferably I can talk to them for a few minutes. I would love to take everybody out for a coffee and meet them that don't have a photo. Hi, Bernie. But it's okay. We're not always going to agree. And it's going to be forced upon you, I guarantee it, probably within the next 2 years. And you're not going to be able to use just any photo. It's wacko. There used to be not all these restrictions on passports, especially in Canada. It's insane. You can't work now unless you are double vaccinated. You can't go to a concert. You can't. So if you don't think they're going to demand a photo from you, it's going to be to a point where you're going to have a passport. It's going to have multiple photos of you from different angles. You're also going to have digital photos of you within the government site. I'm talking about Canada. I don't know what it's like where you guys are. You're going to have at your work, if you want to work there, you're going to have in here, this part, the soft part between your thumb and your finger, they're going to inject in there a chip, which is going to be able to open the door where you work. It's going to identify the things that you purchased and the parts of the building you were in that day. It's going to track your movements. And then when you're at work, if you work, they're going to know where you were at a certain time of the day and who you were speaking with. And if you really don't have any privacy, they're going to be recording your conversations. And I pray to God, not in the bathrooms. That's where we're headed. This is not a personal attack. This is realistic stuff. I watched a beautiful show, scary show, and it was from Sweden, where there was two companies that were, and this was about 2-3 years ago, and they were doing it. And I thought, oh my Lord, it's crazy. In New York, you can't take a dump without a vax. Oh, that's right. That's right. Do you know when I first got Alexa, right? Or Alexis? The first year, every once in a while, this creepy laugh would come in the middle of the night. And I'd have certain times at night where it would just randomly say something, and it freaked me out. But I have one of them, right? Alexa, is there going to be chips in your hand that identify who you are in the future?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, will there be identification chips put in people's bodies so they know who they are?
Here's something I found on the web. According to jakearchibald.com, examples include an identifying integrated circuit or FID device encased in silicate glass which is used to implant in the body of a human being.
Alexa, do you think in the future that we'll have digital photographs of our face?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Alexa, will there be a day when you check out your groceries from your cart?
Here's something I found on the web. According to mytotalertail.com, additionally, the shopping cart never expires, meaning consumers can keep adding items throughout the week and check out whenever they're ready.
Alexa, do you think we'll have a vaccine passport in the future?
I'm not sure.
Alexa, how many cameras are in England on the streets?
Here's something I found on the web. According to governmentonline.net, each of the streets will require 2 cameras, so a total of 12 in all.
Wow. 12 cameras per street. That's scary. So for those who can't handle having their photograph, it's going to get scary. I don't like that. Do you guys like that? You have to be now worrying about what you're doing all the time. That's crazy. Now in Canada, what they're pushing is you have a cart and you check yourself out. And then what they're going to have is multiple cameras and security to check your receipt as you go in and go out. And then it's going to get to a point where if you have like a Price Club, it's going to have your photo and maybe even your fingerprint or your digital chip in the future. And you're going to be able to swipe that digital chip to pay for your purchases. That's where it's headed. They're going to monitor how much you drink. They're going to monitor how much you spend. They're going to monitor how much you make. And they're going to have multiple photographs of you, the back of you, the front of you, the top of you. And if you're stupid enough not to have your shoes on, they'll probably have pictures of your feet. And they'll be able to identify you through your feet. I watched the show and it was very scary. So the days of not being able to come up and you think you don't have it, you can get away with not having a photograph and just making up stuff. It's limited. It's going to be gone because this is a business. And I'm right now, you know what I'm most terrified about? If I go to England, there's 12 cameras per street, high definition, people manning them. So if you did that, it's funny. These guys were making jokes in the States saying, hey, you can have 12 cameras wherever you want. We'll shoot them out. And we'll keep shooting them out. And you're going to have to keep replacing them. But there's places like Detroit where the police won't come. And there is no lights. So if there is no security, there's anarchy. I went to Walmart and I was buying toothpaste. And I looked at the corner of my eye. And it was a camera, and I was on. Yeah, they follow you. They follow you, and then they follow you outside to your car. So unless you're willing to live in your house and have groceries delivered, you are going to be on camera. I guarantee it. And I don't know, like right now, Alexa's listening to me right now, probably wondering what words I'm using. So if I'm using, let's say, things I shouldn't use because I don't want to be on here as a threat, but there's certain words, right, that if I use them, I bet it triggers a website. The other thing that really freaked me out, and I'm not making this out, I discussed something with a friend, and Alexa's in my house. I had that item on Facebook within the next hour, and I never even looked it up. And yet, if you ask that, Alexa, do you listen to me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Alexa, do you try to figure out what I'm going to buy in the
Sorry,
future?
I don't know that one.
I bet you don't. Alexa, in the future, let's say in 2 years from now, how many cameras do you estimate will...
November 21st, 2023 at 8:24 a.m.
Alexa, how sensitive are the cameras now on the streets?
Here's something I found on the web. According to PoyFactory.com, they are direction sensitive.
Alexa, when I go into Walmart, do those cameras follow me?
Here's something I found on the web. According to WonderHowto.com, just FYI, Walmart doesn't rely solely on the cameras placed throughout the store.
Did you hear that? Walmart does not. Wow. So there's hidden cameras everywhere. So the days of you hiding in the shadows, they're gone. It's a new day. It's not a good one, but it's a new day. What does that mean? What part, Melanie? They're going to monitor everything we do, every word we say, every step we take. It's like that song, I'll Be Watching You by The Police. It's scared. Like, I'm freaked out right now. 12 cameras per street in England. And these cameras, one camera is so sensitive that you can see the person at the end of the street and make out what's on their shirt. But you need 12 of those. And they're saying in Amazon, when you go in there, they're going to have the stores where you can go in and buy. They're going to have something like 30 cameras for every 3 feet. And they're going to be able to count the hairs on your knuckle. That's how direct it will. And any suspicious behaviors, it's going to be programmed to watch you and follow you. I don't know. Hopefully, I won't be around when it's crazy. I'll be a soil sample. But I'm not attacking anyone. I'm the one being attacked. I've had people pretend they're me on this platform, go into broadcast, and the days of me being nonchalant about who I hang out with, I can't do it. I've got too much to lose. I really do. And I love all of you. I really do. And I think everybody is awesome. I love this platform. But I really think we've touched on to something here. And this is not a personal attack. I don't want cameras when I go down the street. And I noticed recently now they have that on my street. Only this year. They also have, they're dictating how fast you go on our street, which I understand they don't want kids to get run over. So they're dictating the speed, they're dictating who's on the street. And I noticed too, if there's people that aren't from the neighborhood walking around at night, you suddenly have cops. That never happened before. We used to have at this church where I live, right near a church. We used to have people sleep there at night, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. They don't sleep there anymore. They come and get them. And they come and get them within 5 minutes because they have cameras watching. So you should stop racing other cars. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean, Steven? Do you want to describe that? Yeah. So Alexa, is there cameras watching people in third world countries?
Here's something I found on the web. According to theintercept.com, few cameras were placed in public, and the power to track people was limited. If police wanted to pursue a person of interest, they had to spend hours collecting footage by foot from nearby locations.
Alexa, in Canada, are there hidden cameras watching?
In Canada, our College of the North Atlantic, Grand Falls, Windsor.
I'm seeing
Richland,
a flag right now of
Calgary,
Canada.
Ukrainian Cultural Center of Toronto, Cross Bay, Smith, Mullius Island, Place Rosemere, Gull Rock Lake, Linklater Lake, St. James United Church, Minnetaki, and Big Creek.
I agree with you. Vanita's so right. They don't need them. They don't need them. So, Alexa, how many cameras are on the streets in Canada? On the streets?
Here's something I found on the web. According to priv.gc.ca, next month there are supposed to be another 5 RCMP cameras in Kelowna.
Everywhere. That's all I see now. 5G and cameras. Those are the two things that are constantly being put up. And do you know why you need 5G? Because you can have really accurate cameras. Because it requires a lot of bandwidth to have the high definition. So you can say it's a personal attack, but you need to research just for yourself. And you can blame me and you can blame everybody else, but it's going to get to a point, and I really mean this, and I don't want to beat this to death, but you're going to have a photo that you own. It'll be a digital imprint of yourself, and that will be the way that you get on the web. That's where it's going. I can see it. And it scares the crap out of me. Because what I think is going to happen is you're going to see people again stealing people's identity, but guess by what? By force. Not by hacking your computer. They're going to actually physically take it from you, especially if it's in your hand. So you can say I'm promoting fear and all this other stuff, but if England has 12 cameras per street on average, high definition, things have gone sideways. Now, I remember in certain parts of Toronto, really rough areas, there'd be one or two, maybe. And I don't think Canada is forthcoming in what they're doing. And one of the coolest things I learned today is the cameras you see at Walmart, they are not the only cameras. So if you're thinking, hey, they can't see me, they're all up here. They got cameras everywhere. So if you're worried about your image, don't leave your house. Get your groceries delivered. And if you have that kind of money, I would suggest to you, go live off grid. And more people are doing that. Thousands and thousands of people are unplugging themselves because they can't bear it. It's stressful. And it's going to get more and more stressful. But I wasn't joking about what I said. I talked about a really weird item that I wanted to buy, and I saw it on Facebook within an hour. I did not search for it. I did not go on my computer. And I knew that it was one of my devices that had heard what I was talking about and somehow got that into my Facebook feed within an hour. Has anybody else had really weird things happen with their Alexa? Alexa, do you listen to me all the time?
I'm designed to protect your privacy, so I only listen after your device detects the wake word, or if the action button is pushed. On Echo devices, you'll always know when your request is being processed because a blue light indicator will appear or an audio tone will sound. You can learn more by visiting amazon.ca/Alexa privacy.
Mm-hmm. So I guys don't, and maybe it's a Canadian thing, I don't know, but I can't go to a concert. I can't go to a restaurant. I can still go to Walmart and I can still go to the grocery store, but I can't go to the dentist and I can't go to the doctor unless I'm double vaccinated. And there were a bunch of bus drivers and nurses that refused to get the shots, and they terminated their employment. And some of these people had worked for like over 20 years, and they're going to sue them. And they basically say you don't have a leg to stand on because it's for the greater good. So Lenny, I'm sorry, but there's pictures of you everywhere. I guarantee it. And there's pictures of my ugly mug everywhere. And it's only going to get worse. So, and it can even be somewhere where you think, even when you go to the post office, right? and you're dropping off a letter, I guarantee you there's cameras there. Banks, oh my God, there's insane amount of cameras outside and inside, and that's for security. I totally get that. Are you fighting my answer? What is it you wanted to know? I thought I'd answered it. Vanita, come up. Honestly, I'll answer anything you want. It's just hard. Here, I'm sorry. I don't even know if I invited you. That's rude of me. Okay, let me do that here. Okay, there she is. Vanita, come up just for 5 minutes, and I'll end the broadcast, and you can ask me anything you want. But in Canada, you can buy a 10-year passport. They're thinking of not doing that anymore. And they're thinking the only way you can get a passport now is if you get vaccinated every year. And then we also have the booster shots that are supposedly only for older people, but we're now also vaccinating younger people. Is this happening where you are? I don't know. I love concerts. I love to go out and sing karaoke. The other thing that kills me now, though, is we're supposed to wear a mask, even if we're at a karaoke bar. We don't do that. I know because I watch these videos where my friends are singing, and I don't feel safe enough yet to go and sing. And anybody who knows me, I got COVID at the beginning, and it scared the crap out of me. I did not want them I did not want the vaccine. I got to be honest. And then I talked to a nurse, and the nurse basically told me I was selfish and explained to me why. And she was right. So I went and got them. I got 2 shots within 23 days. I got it done. Okay, you got to take Frankie out of my coffee. Yeah. But anybody who doesn't have a photo and they're willing to go on Facebook with me in Messenger and just show me that they're who they are, I will let you up in the room anytime. But the problem is there's so many accounts now being hacked. You don't even know if that person is that person, especially with the photo. So we're in dicey times. We really are. Ash says, I didn't want it until I had my surgery, and I decided to risk because of your low immune system. But most of our basic rights that we have right now, within 5 years, will be gone. Basic ones. I think, and here's a really wild one. This will send you guys into another atmosphere. I think within 5 years, they're going to say to you, you can only have 2 children. It's headed that way too. And certain countries have already implemented that. I demand a free breakfast. The vaccine rates were so low in some countries, they offered pizza if you would get a vaccine. Or in Canada, and this is no lie, they were offering you $100 in certain areas where there was only 35% of the population getting the vaccine. So what they did was they offered them $50 each time they went, $100 total. But you had to prove it, and they would pay you. What if you change your phone number? Can you use a burner phone to create a HAPS account? I would say so, yeah. I think that's a loophole. Absolutely. I think you could, but I don't know. That's beyond me. But it's going to get to a point where it's not your phone. It's going to be the chip in your hand. That's where it's headed. I don't know when. I know they're doing it right now in certain countries. I know it's really cheap to do it. It's not expensive. And then they can track where you go. So what'll happen is if you have it in your hand, before you hit the camera, they'll know to aim it at you and take the picture. And if you're a person that is unwilling to be photographed or be vaccinated or get your license or whatever, any form of suspicious behavior, they will then be super vigilant. on about where you go, what you do, what you say. And there are certain individuals that they have basically tapped into their phones because they deem you to be a risk, a security risk, because you said something on a phone call or you said something on a broadcast. You suddenly ended up on this list. Did you know it got so bad on YouTube, some of the creators couldn't use the word COVID? They couldn't use the word pandemic. I said this in the other broadcast. Some of them were calling it panda instead of pandemic. They had code words so they wouldn't get flagged because they need the money. And every time that something got taken down, they probably lost somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 because they chose to use a word that we should be able to use. There are thousands of creators that did crazy content 5 years ago with racial, terrible stuff in it. There was one creator that does videos for computer review. I'll say that. He took down 5,000 videos of his content. He guesstimates that he's losing $100,000 worth of revenue every year. Yeah, because he did that. I don't know. You know, it's changing so rapidly now. And I have to admit, I like certain things like I can tell Alexa to turn the TV off. And I can tell Alexa to turn the heat up. And I can tell Alexa to turn the lights off in the living room if I have all the accessories. But at what cost? And then if someone can hack into that, are they watching us? I don't know. You know that several banks got hacked, several governments got hacked, quite a few different businesses got hacked, and we're losing somewhere between $12 and $14 million a day. James, do you want to come up for a second? So the day of having rights and privacy, enjoy them now, because it's changing. And I don't make the rules. And I'm surely not God, which I was called this morning, which I thought was funny. You know, better than God awful, I guess. I've been called that too. There we go. But I read on this stuff all the time. And I have friends that are cybersecurity experts. And I'm going to get a friend come up one day and talk to you. And he basically said to me 5 years ago, he said, don't be on Google. And I said, why? He says, because they track everything you do. And I was like, no, they don't. He goes, oh, yeah. And they've been tracking you for almost 10 years, as long as you've been on the net. And I was like, no, that's not true. And he goes, yeah, they are. Wake up, buddy. And this is a person that's also a professional coder. But his main thing is making businesses more secure. But he said there are far brighter people than him out there trying to get ransomware from you. So please, no picture, don't follow. If you know them, of course, you know, call them, but whatever. But just all I'm asking you to do is think before you do stuff, because it could cost you thousands of dollars. And even your identity, they steal your identity all the time now. It's crazy. Hey, buddy.
Hello, Michael. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
How do you like this? How do you like the subject today?
I just got in, but I kind of got the gist, especially what you were talking about last night. And
yeah, no, we're on a totally different one.
No, I know.
We're talking about where
identity and
cameras everywhere. You're not there won't be someone checking out your groceries anymore. You're going to do it yourself with your cart. And there's
no,
going
but
to be like,
you know what? I saw some of the chat, and I just want to tell people that may not be aware, but the chip thing is a real thing, and they're trying to slowly indoctrinate it as like a fun gadget that you can do yourself.
Yes,
and put in
which
your
is
finger.
smart, right? Make it fun.
Yeah, and you can
fun.
open up like I saw this ad where you can open up
that. Yeah,
you can open up a secret drawer, you know, by having like this chip in your hand, and then it and all, that kind of stuff. And then of course, face recognition. I love when people are like scared of you've been already indoctrinated in biometrics or whatever they call it, right?
Yeah.
Because think
Yeah.
about how many employers make you put your fingerprint in order to lock and to clock in, or your
Yeah.
phone. Remember your little finger to put
Yeah.
your face
Yeah.
recognition. This is all been
Yeah.
building and building and building. Cameras are everywhere. They're only getting more powerful. I
Yeah.
know I've lived in Illinois for a long time, and we had in the bad areas, they
Yes.
brought these cameras. We call them the blue light cameras in downtown
Yeah.
Chicago area in the bad neighborhoods, and you knew you were in a bad neighborhood when you saw the blue light cameras, and and it's to monitor you, and like the Minority Report, we're going
Yeah.
there, and that's just reality. But what I want to reiterate to people is we are sovereign souls, and we need to stop giving consent
Mm-hmm.
to our governments and anybody to give rights over our body and what we do.
Are you
And
naked right now, sir?
no, I'm just doing this big fun.
Can you do me a
I'll flip.
favor so we know that it's you? Because I know your voice, but I want them to feel safe by being able to see you just for a moment.
I
That's
know.
all.
All right, hold on one second.
Yeah. Yeah. But the days of freedom are gone. They really are. And I'm not making that up. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something really weird.
Did it flip?
No, but I see you jumping over flames like a superhero.
Hold on, why did it go to that?
I
Oh,
don't
you know
know.
what that is? That's back in the day. I did
Yeah.
a couple warrior dashes. If anybody
Warrior!
knows what warrior dash,
I
yeah, you do.
am not worthy.
It's like a 5K, and then you do like 10 obstacles. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
good times. I flipped it. I don't know why it didn't went to that.
Yeah. I think if you have too many guests, it starts glitching up a little bit. Yeah.
Hold on. There. Oh,
So
hold on.
the other thing they're going to be doing now, and Elon's working on this,
There we go.
is they're going to have a chip connected to your brain, which is
Yeah,
going to be like you're going to have. I think it's called Neuralink. I could be wrong, but that's close.
there's
And
another one.
Is there another one? Yeah, and
No,
they're going. Go ahead.
There's another technology that I just saw too, and it's
Yeah.
a contact lens, right? And this contact lens you put in your eyes, and you can actually see. It's supposedly the way they're advertising it is that it won't interfere with your daily life, but
Yeah.
you can basically like go into a meeting, and then it looks at it, and it'll tell you in your eye screen, right?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
oh, that's John Smith,
Yeah, that's the next thing. Your glasses will have a camera
Yeah.
that shoot out, and a
Yep.
camera, sorry, like a screen within your glasses that you can see. And I don't
Right.
know how you're going to be able to go past the screen, you imagine. But so there's going to be hundreds of thousands of these glasses, cheap, and they're going to have cameras on them, and
Right.
they're going to be constant. And that's why they want the 5G, is so that they can have. So if I was talking to you, it would be taking your picture. It would be recording what we're saying.
But
And
that's
the Minority Report, right? The
Yeah,
Minority Report is where they try to guesstimate what you might do in the future.
But in that movie, they had cameras everywhere, and if you remember in the
Yes.
movie, as soon as
Yeah.
you walked in, they did a screen, and they identified the person. Bing, 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 bing. They knew everybody where everybody was, and cameras are. Yeah, it's that's where it is. I mean, so the bottom line is, if you don't like it, you grassroots goes down to grassroots. Get
You know what
involved.
Jay's saying? I have those contacts.
Mhm.
I can see you naked with them.
Like I have.
Well, listen. Technically, I can't let you in the broadcast if you have a mask on.
Oh well,
Yeah. See, that's
isn't-
my new rule now. If you don't have a picture,
good. We
I'm
don't
not
have.
I'm not gonna let you in the broadcast. Now, the only way that you can change that is if you're willing to go onto Facebook just for like, a minute or two. We'll do, and I can see that you are who you are and your voice matches. And then I'll let you be. But I'm not going to post pictures of you or
But you know what?
anything.
Another
Go
thing, if
ahead.
you have tech savvy, there's
Yeah.
CGI, so I could
That's right. You
I know
could make up an identity.
make
Oh
up an
my
idea.
God. So in some ways, if the person is tech savvy, it doesn't matter. They can
It
make
does.
up a total identity of
Yep.
anybody,
Yep.
right? Because I've seen that with I saw
That's
one
what
with Bruce Willis and I saw one with Tom
I
Cruise. And the one with Tom Cruise was so real, it was scary. You've seen
hmm
that, right?
Yeah,
Go
I've
ahead,
seen it.
buddy.
I see it in politics all the time.
Oh, I love that. Do not fall for his control nonsense. I gotta get that on a shirt. Do not.
I probably have that shirt already.
Yeah, because I sent it to you.
But you know what, Michael? I say the last night thing, the 1 minute thing or whatever. At first, I thought it was kind of childish, but then
Yeah.
as I was thinking about it and I was seeing it, and then when I saw somebody get really emotional and things like that, I was like, actually, that is a pretty good tool.
What is the 60-second thing I did? Yeah, because it was constant interrupting from me, from
hmm
JB, and
Yep.
if you know that you're going to talk in 60 seconds, you can keep
Yep.
yourself shut up.
Yes. Yes.
And then I find that you'll listen. Now, I do find, though, people zone out when it comes down to about 10 seconds to go, my turn.
But it's just like the debates in politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the time and the moderator's kind of like, excuse
Yeah.
me, your time is up. Your time is up.
And they keep going. Yeah, Trump kept going. You remember?
They all did, really. A lot
Yeah,
of
just
every.
one more thing. Just one
Yeah,
more
what were they?
thing. Just one
Yeah.
more thing. And they never, because they allotted so much time per question and a little bit of overflow. And what was supposed to be like 2 minutes each or something became 4 minutes, and it totally screwed up the program.
Right. But you know what? They shouldn't necessarily have the program on a time, like a set time. Let it go over. They used to do that
I
anyways.
love
And
this. Look at this. Not all did.
wait, who's writing? I
They
can't.
all, it's like they all did, not just Trump. I love they love him so much. Like there's still so much love for him. I don't get it. I'm so sorry. And there's also hate, right?
Well, Michael,
Yeah.
the whole thing about, in my opinion,
Yes.
about Donald Trump
Yeah.
is I'm an independent, and I believe that he exposed the corruption on both parties. He's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat.
hmm
He's his own thing. You call him an independent, but he exposed the corruption. I don't agree with
Look at
about
these
him,
comments. Look at
but
these
he
comments. You got to read them.
exposed the
But you
corruption.
read them. Just read them for me because it's hilarious. Look at, read it.
But I
You,
love Trump 2024. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, Mike. We respect real Americans. Trump hashtag. And Lenny's saying, I love Trump and I hope he comes back. And I'm an independent voter as well. I agree with James. So there is an army of people out there that love him. Huge army that love him. And I think it was a lot closer than we'll ever know.
Yeah, but another thing is, just to reiterate,
Yeah.
everybody, the reason why we're in this mess is because we've let people handle our business for so long.
Mm,
Get involved even in your most basic area, your
mhm.
school district, your local council meetings. Even if you don't want to be a part of like
Yeah.
a official position, be present in those meetings so that you can hold people accountable that want to hold elected positions and put they've gotten, I mean, most
Night Owl, I'm sorry for your losses. Night Owl's talking about
Hmm.
wow. Wow. Yeah. I don't even know if I should read that. So I'm just trying to be respectful here. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. Loss, right? Oh God.
Wait, what are you talking?
No one should go for that. Night Owl. Is it okay if I read it? I'm afraid to read it.
about the mom dying from cancer.
Yeah. 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 Never talk bad about another country. Yeah, I agree.
Except the country you live in. Isn't that like you can talk about your own
Yeah.
country?
Yeah, but even then you shouldn't. But people say horrendous things about our prime minister all the time. And our press isn't any better. They're all like every week they're like, you should resign. You should move on. You should leave. And this is what they say about all the parties. How do you live with yourself? And they want to, unfortunately, implement so much of the security things that, and I love this. Stop watching movies. I'm living the movies. So was it called Pandemic? The
Yeah.
one that came out 10 years ago? It was a really boring movie. We're living it now.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
You know the one
There's
I mean?
critters in it, if I remember.
I don't think it was called Pandemic. It was called something else.
Yeah, but it was. I know what you're talking about. It was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
I know.
It's spot on. And the
Yeah.
other thing that kills me is The Simpsons always predict shit that's happening.
Yeah, it was Contagion.
Contagion. That's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we are living that. And you know what people said when that came out? What a crock of shit. And
Well, a lot
and
like that.
go
Look at
ahead.
the Matrix is a documentary, really.
Yeah, well, they'll come and take you away if you keep that up. But I get hee hee ha ha. But some people think
You
that
want
you and I took both pills.
you want to live in that's why they say ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
If you want the status quo, every happy day,
Yeah.
thing is great, and that's why fine, that's your life. But if you want to know the truth is not easy to take sometimes.
Yeah, but those who don't want to share opinions and don't want to share their face and don't want to share where they live and all that stuff, and I have people within my inner circle, friends who are like that way, they're moving away. I have a couple friends that are moving way up north, and they're getting high speed internet, and they're waiting for what is that, Skynet? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah,
The one that
amazing. But you know what? Another thing I just want to say, because I know people get triggered about Trump, and that's one reason why I put it out there that I voted for him on the second time and supported him
yeah
or whatever, is because um, I want to know who's in my circle. If you want to disassociate yourself on one thing, then I don't want to be your friend anyways. If because we all have different opinions, and
yes
we all have different opinions and different views,
yeah
and we still get along. Because I remember not that long ago, a group of us. I mean, I'm 46, almost 47, so maybe 20,
Mm.
20 plus
Hi
years ago.
Kristen.
We
Ash.
used these little get-togethers, right?
Yeah.
And we would drink and have political. Actually, it was any discussion, but there was one rule: you could not get upset. If you got
Yeah.
upset, we're out of the conversation. You didn't have to leave
Yeah.
the party, but you were now outside of the conversation. You know, and it was almost like your 1 minute rule, because it was hard, because
Mhm.
there were people in the room, they're getting triggered, and you see them, and as soon as they started getting to a point of upset, where the group decided, I'm sorry, Michael,
Mhm.
but go get some appetizers.
Yeah. I'm noticing in Canada though, we have all these rules, but people aren't doing them. They're
Same with your
exhausted. They're
same.
exhausted. Like we're supposed to, when we go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
we're supposed to have a mask on at all times except for when we're eating. So if you're singing karaoke, you're supposed to have your mask on. Well, good luck singing well with your mask on. So nobody's doing that. You're
But
supposed to have. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go and finish.
You're supposed to have plastic around you. There's none of that. You're
The
supposed to
pla-
social distance the 6 feet. There's none of that. I watched this video. There's 50 people, and you can tell they're like, and they're drinking, and they're like, Sweet Caroline, and they're bah, 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 and they're gone. They're gone.
But
And I'm
the whole
thinking,
thing. No, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
The whole thing, when they say you have to wear a mask, enter a restaurant, and then once you're seated, then you can take it off. But
Yes.
my analogy for that is, that's like having a pee section in a swimming pool. it's beyond ridiculous. It's like, oh, because now the COVID is going to stay.
Oh, I like that.
Do you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so I'm gonna go pee in this corner of the pool, and
Yeah.
you guys are fine over there.
Yeah.
Come.
Venita, are you talking about Billy Ocean? She said Caribbean Queen. Play that music. I think she means Billy Ocean.
It's been a lot of places for a while here, and
Yeah.
at least I'll speak for Illinois. I will speak for Illinois.
Venita, I just want to tell a quick story about Billy Ocean. So Billy Ocean, I think lost his mind for a little while. This is about 10 years ago. And he was sleeping with the bums in the park in England. And they arrested him one night. And he was in the cell. And he went, I'm Billy Ocean. I can pay my thing. And the one guy was going, I'm Jesus. And the other guy was, I'm Billy Joel. So the one guy said, okay, if you are, sing. And the guy went, get him the fuck out of there now. That's Billy Ocean. Oh, shit. Because as soon as he sang, he went, oh, my God, I love him. That is him. And he really looked at him and went, oh, my God, it is Billy Ocean. Just get him moving. And he sued. He sued them, and he got a whole bunch of money. He did nothing wrong. He just slept with the bums. And they said to him, why'd you sleep with the bums? And he said, I trust them. They want nothing from me.
Right.
So he toured after that. He got the help he needed, and his voice is still amazing. But he has long dreads, and his hair is all white now. True story. You can look it up. It's documented.
No, but so back on the thing is, for a long time, even though they said, you remember when they pulled back and then they decided to go back? Well, a lot of people are like, oh no. So they don't enforce it. So if you would, they started even changing their signs, like, the CDC said this and da 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 da. And even if you are vaccinated or not, you require it, or they'll say we appreciate if you. But the funniest thing is most places that I go to, I don't wear one, and the only places that you have to really that they enforce it are medical facilities, government places, and believe it or not, Victoria's Secrets. They have...
well the banks. Think about it. This is how crazy the world is, guys. Okay, if I wore a mask 3 years ago into a bank, I would be in serious shit.
Yeah,
think about that. We're all going into a bank with a mask on now.
But you know what? You know what it did too. It gave you more options, more at the drive-through, because I went in there. There's one bank I went in. I have multiple banks, but I went into one bank, and I had no mask on, and they have a sign where they have a camera straight down and like a place to stand, and so, assuming you walk in with a mask, and they're like, please smile at the camera, pull down your mask and smile. I just walked in with no mask, and I'm like, and I know what the routine is, so I'm like, and they're like, oh, do you have a mask, sir? And I'm like, you want us to take the mask off and then put it on? What's the point? I just, They're like, you need to get. I'm like, then go to the drive-through. I'm like, oh, I can do all these things at the drive-through.
It says rebel. You're a rebel. So I went into Walmart, and this is in Port Perry, which is about an hour and a half. Wow, an hour and 15 minutes from where I live in Toronto, and it's kind of a little cottage place with beautiful little lake and river type of thing. And I went into Walmart, and I had my mask where it slipped down past my big nostrils a little bit. And the lady went, pull it up, or there's a fine of $750, sir.
Good luck collecting.
Exact words. Exact words. And I started laughing, and she goes, I'm dead serious. And I went, I'm so sorry. So I tightened the strings at the side, because if it's too tight, I'm a big wimp. It drives me crazy. And it slipped down. It slipped down when I did the grocery thing.
Do you know what I liked seeing? And I encourage more people. So when I'm in a store and I see somebody with a mask like this, not just over their mouth, and then they see me, they take it off. Another thing I love seeing is when I'm in a store and say somebody's just coming into the store and they see me and they're going to reach for their mask and put it on. We make eye contact, and they're like, oh shit, if he's not wearing it, I'm not wearing it. And I'm like, yep, keep it up. Keep it up. Remember, we outnumber.
Look at this. Isn't $750 Canadian like $12 US? Not quite. Not quite. What is the difference? 25%? Or is it 30?
Who knows anymore?
Yeah. It's between 25% and 30% difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need $125, I believe, to have 100 American. But
Right.
yeah, so enjoy the freedoms you have now, because in the next 2 to 5 years, unless things dramatically change,
they will.
And I had someone had a meltdown on me the other day, just went crazy, and I said I love Canada, and then they brought up everything Canada's doing right now, and she just went into me. Like nobody's gone into me, and it was Cran, and I tried not to laugh, but everything she said was real. So I couldn't argue it. Every single point she said was real. And I didn't know this, so I had to look it up. But she said they went to a certain area and physically forced them to get the vaccine.
That's crazy, because Canada, to me,
Yeah.
Anna was always like,
Yeah.
They're like the Flanders, like in reference to Simpsons. Like Canada is like the Flander family, right? Very nice, proper, doesn't swear, and all that kind of stuff. And I've seen too where they went up on the roof of a house who was trying to get away to vaccinate somebody. Are you out of your mind? Like,
it's crazy, right? So the thing is, we have nurse shortages.
Yes.
Always have. And they gave them a certain amount of time and said, if you do not have both vaccinations by this point, you will be laid off. We'll give you a grace period of, I think it was 2 weeks, and after that, you're terminated. And they terminated a whole slew of people, and some people retired, but I can guarantee you they're doing other work.
Yes, Kristen, exactly. Do not comply. Do not give them consent. Just keep that drumbeat. Do not comply. Do not keep them.
So we have every weekend now, and they're growing, the anti-vaxxers.
But that's another thing to divide us. They're trying to, another thing, racial thing. It's like blacks against whites, religion, Muslims against Christians, the anti or the vaxxers against non-vaxxers, mask wearers against. It's all to play you. It's to play you.
Yeah.
But you know what? They just started because of the shortage of nurses.
Yeah.
Anybody who wore a nurse's costume for Halloween is eligible right away just to become a nurse.
Now you know this because I know you're an intelligent man. That
Michael,
the effectiveness of the vaccine is going to get less and less. It happens. It happens with the flu shot.
So you know what they don't talk about in mainstream, which is very telling?
Yeah.
Natural immunity and the whole human race has evolved, right?
From fighting stuff. Right.
Exactly.
So what we're doing is we're weakening the chain. That's what we're doing, right?
You're going to lose every day of the week. Never.
So basically what you're saying is you can't let the thoughts of a few selfish people, this is what they're saying. You can't let the thoughts of a few selfish people stop the greater good. There is no proof that it's a greater good.
That's just more rhetoric to divide.
Right.
That's all.
And you can't sue the pharmaceuticals.
That should be telling too. You're going to tell me that you're going to put me on an experimental drug that
Can't sue them.
I have no repercussion in the courts. If I have any of
you're breaking up a bit, buddy, just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. But if you develop a third eye, the other thing is that
we all have third eyes. It's right here.
Yes, and a third boob, but we won't go there. It's very tiny.
Wasn't that Norm on Cheers? Didn't Norm have a third boob on Cheers?
You're close. Chandler.
Oh, Chandler.
Chandler had a third. Did Norm also have a third? Yeah.
No, not Norm, not Norm. The postman, Cliff. Cliff had
Cliff.
he had one nipple, right?
He
Is
had
that
one
what?
nipple.
Yeah,
Yes.
one, that's
He had one official nipple.
right.
So I feel sorry for the people who will not conform. I think your life will become very difficult. And you're going to have those that move off grid. I have friends that are very wealthy and they've already bought houses way up. And you know why they're doing it? Because Bill Gates said this is the warm up.
Mhm.
That the next wave will be 20%. And it'll
Mhm.
be a certain demographic like my age. I'll be at really high risk. And those that are obese, well, it could be like 1 in 3 will pass. And
Right.
it'll be somewhere around 1 billion people will die. And he predicted 10 years ago that we would have what we have now. So the people that have the means have
Mhm.
already started building shelters above and below ground.
And just to the commenter about
Yeah.
when you have agencies like
Yeah.
that have been proven to give out false information, how can
Yeah.
you believe when you have their representatives like Dr. F, right? We won't say his full name,
Yeah.
speak both sides of his mouth on camera on every.
Yeah.
How is he credible anymore? So to your comment,
Yeah.
um, don't just take what that you see on TV as gospel, because it's 9 out of 10 times
So
it's
we need to read this. Sorry. Melanie says, "What about the people like myself have been refused the vaccine due to severe allergies?"
Mhm.
Right? So she's probably feeling less safe. Now,
Aaron Rodgers. He has He has allergies
yeah.
that were Moderna and Pfizer, and
Yeah.
so that's and he has a high allergy,
Yeah.
one of the chemicals in there. So that's what he did. And then his concern for the Johnson for the blood clots was
Right.
the third. So to me that's very
Telling.
yeah. I mean, and
Yeah.
I'm not telling, but that's a reasonable excuse to not want to take it.
Yeah. So Hans talked about all this stuff a year ago. Everything that has happened, he talked about food shortages. So in Canada, and I can only reference Canada. I don't know what it's like going where you are, but I watched DDK and I looked at all the bread they had. They had thousands of loaves of bread. We have a
But that's
third the bread.
you gotta
We
have
have a
non.
third. We have a third the bread that we used to have.
Oh, you mean in the
Every
grocery store?
in the grocery stores,
Okay.
like a can of salmon now is like a small can of salmon is like $5. They used to be 2. Um, things like milk and that they're the same price, but if you go to buy coffee, it's about $4 more. So almost every item that you buy is anywhere from $1 to $2 more than it used to be.
Yeah.
And there's families that were barely making it before. They had 2 incomes, now they only have 1. We stopped this thing called oh, well, I don't want to go. Okay, I got to be careful. But
Right.
we have where we give you a certain amount of money if you're not working. And it's not welfare. It's only during COVID. They stopped that about a month ago. And then there was so much pushback, they started another program very similar, and that was they knew there would be anarchy. The other
Mhm.
thing is too, how is going to the liquor store an essential thing?
Duh. Because what liquor does is it dumbs you and it numbs you, and it makes it easier for them to have you conform.
I
Because
said I hate how typing is in Haps now. I have to capitalize everything. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But Kim,
But
go ahead. Go
but
ahead.
on that topic, that's when in the beginning when this started, like we all
Yeah.
we didn't know what was going on, so there was people blah blah blah, and then anyways, but what I changed my mindset to was
Mhm.
regardless of what's going on, if whether it's true or not, I
Yeah.
am going to up my game. I'm going to work out every day. I'm gonna eat clean. I'm gonna get my immune system like
But
it's never
explain why.
before.
But explain why you're doing that. preventive medicine.
Exactly. And if we were to be in, because remember they're threatening lockdowns and stuff, and guess what? In the
Yeah.
United States, that never happened. But I see places around the world where that still is going on, which is
Oh,
or
Australia.
right,
Australia. It's like, wow.
right.
I had no idea. But they don't have the food shortages that Canada has.
Right.
Yes.
But
Rick, could you
before,
come up for a minute? We would love for
before
you to come up. I love Rick, by the way. He's
COVID,
wonderful. He's in. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Rick's right. But before even COVID,
Yeah.
you should all have a certain amount of
Yeah.
stuff, supplies, food, things of that nature. You don't have to be like a prepper and have
Mm-hmm.
no, but you should have a, a certain amount that you're comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
in your house.
Yes.
It,
I
it's
love how
just
you said it's a brick house.
brick house.
Mighty, just letting it all hang out because she's a brick. Gonna party house. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No,
Can't be.
but another thing too is people understand that you're very powerful, and you can also cure yourself in a lot of elements through meditation and through your thoughts. And
Everything is thoughts.
when you realize that,
Yeah,
you,
everything is thoughts. Really successful people know how to tap into that.
great I
Right?
am, great I am.
We have Tony D in the house.
And you know what? Don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, that's fine.
Yeah.
But believe in yourself and know that know
Yeah.
your own
Yeah.
powers. Know your own power.
Yeah.
Very
And
powerful human being, a very powerful soul.
yes. And don't ever be apologetic for something when you don't feel comfortable.
Success has nothing to do with money.
No,
I'm wealthy right here. I can have no money, but I'm
Mhm.
wealthy because
Your mindset.
exactly.
Yeah, your mindset is everything. Like Tony lives in joy. He lives in his own little world. He's a happy guy, multitasking, doing all the things he does, his Windex and all the other stuff he does.
Put him
The only time
aside.
he gets hangry if he doesn't get his food. That's the only time I've ever. If he doesn't get his
Oh,
food, then you're in trouble.
I mean, he's eating cereal with
Yeah.
water. Ran out of milk.
But I'm genuinely worried about the amount of cameras. I'm not making stuff up about the chip in your hand. I'm not making up
It's real.
the vaccine passports. You're not going to be able to leave the country unless you have to pass. And Lenny, I'm sorry. I know you don't like me right now, but if you want to leave the country, you're going to have your picture on that passport. So someone is going to see your picture, and someone is going. Go ahead.
There's a whole of fake IDs and stuff like this.
Oh, I know, but don't go there because then it's going to be your what wooing them with your mind power. What was that? I can't remember what it was. It was funny. It was funny. Control mind, control power. I can barely comb my hair. You guys, yeah.
Do you remember when you go live on the broadcast? It says comb your hair and check your lipstick.
Yes. Absolutely. But there's no personal attacks here. I'm just I'm right now trying to build a code just to save myself because we're gonna have thousands of followers on here.
And you know it's 666?
Thousands.
It's an ancient number, and it's
so you won't even know who I am. You're gonna be so busy and successful. You're gonna have to just deal with the fan mail. So don't worry about it.
Exactly.
It's just
go across your screen. There you go. No,
I know. I'm trying to screw.
Oh, okay. Rewire your brain for success.
Yes. Let go of all the fear. Stop living in fear. Embrace what's going around you. Don't be resistant. HAPS is not over. We can make this good. We can make this great, actually. And this is a basement opportunity. And there's so many wonderful people on this platform. And there's room for everyone to have success. And if you don't feel comfortable and people are treating you disrespectfully, guess what? Just don't follow them anymore.
Right.
It's that simple. And we fight all the time. We fight. Him and I fight all the time about stuff because he'll go, you can't follow that person, you can't do it. But we still have enough respect for each other.
I only brought up platform. I only brought giving somebody a platform. That's it. I don't care who you follow. I just say, because you have a platform that a lot of people respect, a lot of people.
Not today. Not today. I'm taking some major heat today. That's okay.
There's an analogy of that I gave you before on Haps. You're kind of like the Howard Stern of Haps.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree.
They hate you and they want to hear what you got to say, or they like you and they want to hear what you got to say.
Go for a walk today. Imagine that you're going with this beautiful man below us here. You know, hand in hand, sweating, talking. He'll be saying things to you like, you're worthy. You're a warrior. No. What else do you say? I can't remember.
No, we all are warriors. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. We're also all warriors, which is not good.
That's the thing. On the thing, too, there's two people who live in fear and people who don't. So the people who live in fear, just let me tell you this. Not most of the stuff that you are fearful of never happen. So think about all that wasted energy that you give yourself. You know what a warrior is? For everybody who wants to know, a warrior is kind, caring, loving, compassionate, and most of all, calm. But at a moment's notice,
hey Rick. Rick's in the house here, buddy. Say hello to Rick.
Yeah. What's up, Rick?
Rick,
what's up?
To protect what they believe in.
Rick, thank you for the clarity.
Or not a woman, it is a spirit that we all embody inside of us. Warriors rise. What's up, Rick?
What's up?
Okay, I'm going to read something to you and tell me if this is true or false in the comments or not. You ready? I did not write this card. This is an old card. How to deal with inappropriate conversations. Abusive people are not a good choice in your life. Right there. So I guess that has been a common theme for a while. I think I wrote this about a year ago. How do you deal with inappropriate conversations and when you don't feel safe or respected, sir? Rick.
Rick, you got 1 minute. Go.
Yes. Different room. Different room. You're fine. I had to do that, Rick. I'm so sorry, but I had to.
Nah, that's fine. Yeah.
Rick was a good sport, though.
He was the calm in the storm. He really was. Thank you.
I mean, you have a choice of who you allow in your life and you don't allow in your life. I'm not going to allow anybody to abuse me. I already went through that with my dad. I'm not going to allow it, period. And you can be friends with somebody. You could not be friends with somebody. I'm not going to cry if you don't want to be friends with me. You know?
Right. It's a choice. And there's a lot of wonderful people you can follow. And whatever your belief systems are, hold true to them until the authorities come and get you. You've lost a shit ton of weight, Rick.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to be mean, but your face used to be a lot bigger when I first used to watch you.
Oh, in Periscope in the beginning, I lost 40 pounds in 3 months a couple of years ago.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God, 40 pounds is a lot of weight, guys. Yeah. That is. Like lifting 20 pounds is not fun.
But in 3 months, even that's a very short period of time.
Yeah, like you have a chiseled face now. I had this same look. I had where the look where my head could pop like a zit. But I
have gained some COVID weight.
Have you? Whereabouts?
A little bit of COVID weight. Yeah.
Where did you gain weight?
We always
first on, last off.
Gut, gets in the gut first, and then kind
gets in the gut.
My brother, though, he's overweight and has been for a while. And this was a catalyst for me was he had just found out. Guess what?
Tony's lost 40 pounds.
Nice.
Tony, he's lost 40 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about you, Rick. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. My brother found out, guess what? You now have diabetes. I was like, no, that's not going to be me. No.
Oh, is that what the trigger was for you to lose the weight? Fear is a great motivator.
Yeah.
So I please, if I ask you something and you're uncomfortable, just don't answer it. Okay. Do you believe that we're going to have chips in our hand in the future? That's part one. Sorry. Part two is do you think that there is cameras everywhere and we don't know where they are?
Okay, so one at a time, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a Christian who does believe in the Bible, of course.
Yes.
Otherwise, why are you a Christian?
Revelation chapter 13 talks about the whole 666 thing. You will not be able to buy or sell without the mark either on your hand or on your forehead. So I believe that is coming eventually. Is it here now? I mean, I heard like in Australia, you don't have to have a passport to go back into the country because they've already marked you.
Yeah.
So the technology is already here.
Yeah.
Now, is this the mark of the beast? And I always argue with people all the time. They're like, this is the mark of the beast. That's the mark of the beast. That's the mark of the beast. It's like, okay, great. So who's the beast then? Since it's the mark of the beast, who's the beast? You know who the beast is? No, no.
Bring it, buddy.
No. It's a knowing thing. It's not, and it's something like people think like, oh, I'm so scared I'm going to get the mark of the beast. Da, 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 da. No, you do it knowingly. You do it knowingly. It's, again, going back to the Bible, people are doing this, knowing what they're doing and knowingly worshiping the actual beast that's going to come.
Yeah.
So, but the technology, it's getting there, man. It's setting up. It's setting up. And but here's this kills me so bad. Every time a new technology comes out, that's the mark of the beast. Oh, the scanners, that's the mark of the beast. Oh, Bitcoin, that's the mark of the beast. Stop it. Stop it. There's no beast yet. Cut it out.
Or they said Bush was the devil, the Antichrist. Obama was the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Trump was the Antichrist. Clinton was the Antichrist. I mean, it's like, whatever.
Okay. Vanita, that is abusive there, that comment. I think so. Now,
so can I settle something for you with the Antichrist thing? Again, going biblically, it talks about that he is going to enter into the temple to defile the temple. First of all, there is no temple in Jerusalem yet, so there can't be
Tony, thank you for being here, buddy.
It's a Sunday morning. What in the hell are y'all doing?
Sunday.
Sure is Sunday. Second of all, like you know, in the Muslim mosque, you are not allowed to go in there unless you are a Muslim. They will kill you if they find out. Yes. Well, the Jews in the inner parts of the temple, in the very inner parts, same thing. You have to be Jewish. Yeah. And it says that the Antichrist is going to defile the temple. So if you...
I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it, because I want it to stay on topic. Just for a second. I'm not trying to piss you off, okay? Do you think in the... part? Sure. And then
I'm almost done.
Two blue,
so here's
two
the
white.
thing.
What?
Here's the thing. Again, if we're being biblical, whoever is going to be the Antichrist has to be part Jewish, or they will not allow you to go into the inner part of the temple. So if Bush ain't Jewish, if Obama ain't Jewish, if Trump ain't Jewish, if these people are not Jewish, they are not the Antichrist. They're not qualified to be the Antichrist, biblically. Okay, now I'm done.
Sure.
Rick, good to meet you. I never met you before. Rick, how you doing, man?
Much love, Rick. Much love. Thank you for being here. You're in one wild room now if you got Tony here. You think I'm bad. There's a whole new level coming.
Oh, I've
got a blue. We got the two sane ones on the bottom in the white, and the two insanies on the top in the blue. All right,
Tony, so you know, Rick is also a fellow cryptocurrency investor.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
To
okay.
The moon, my friend.
Well, that's the devil too, by the way. But we won't. But here's the thing. Do you think in the future, if you want to go to church, you'll have to be vaccinated and have a photo to say who you are to get in?
No, that's ridiculous.
In some country, I think they've already done that. James, your audio keeps cutting out. We can't hear you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep it close. So, guess what? They're doing that in Canada.
They dropped. Wait.
They're implementing that in Canada now. You can't worship unless you're double vaccinated and you have a picture proving that it's you and look, we've lost our way. See, I think I need to be close to the light, and I'm right now really close to Rick because I've lost my way. I'm into crypto, and I'm into truth.
In Canada, fully vaccinated, is it 2 shots or 3?
2. But it's going to be 3. It's going to be 2 plus a booster. Would you like a booster, sir?
Right. They're trying to make 3 shots fully vaccinated now, and they're starting to consider 2 shots not fully vaccinated anymore. So I'm like,
I think Pat Benatar said it best. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Right?
And another booster, and another booster, and another booster, and another booster, and another booster. Like people
You know
get the
what we
flu
need
shot
to
every
sing?
year.
Oh Lord, I pray, 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 pray. I got to pray just to make it today, right?
Mike.
Yes, sir.
What have you been doing up here?
What have you been doing, my friend? I'm just wearing blue. That's what I do.
No, I was scrolling through the comments before I came on. I was like,
Yeah,
oh Lord, let me get
I was talking about technology, and they didn't like it.
Okay.
And I basically said that we're going to have a chip in our hand, and that when we go grocery shopping, there won't be any cashiers. There'll just be your cart, which will be your checkout. They're working on
It's
that
already
now.
halfway there. Right. That's already halfway there.
Michael, they've already developed that. There was a store that I went to years ago, and you just put it on the cart, it scans itself, and it goes through. I mean, it's already there.
But the thing is, when I bring this up, I'm the Antichrist, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. And it's been going.
See, this is what I tell people. Let me go ahead and start this Sunday morning up. All right. Everything that people have been saying is going to be the Antichrist, they have been creating.
I have to release the beast. If you get the drift, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a coffee. You guys talk nice amongst each other.
Go get your coffee, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rick, I'm so happy you're here, buddy. Thank you.
How come Michael has Tony's picture? You see that, everybody?
No, I don't.
On my screen, he does.
Okay. The thing with the self-checkout's been there for about what? A decade now in some places. The chip thing they've been talking about for a minute, but this is what kills me. I'll be telling people this. Everything y'all say is like coming to fruition based on the book of Revelations. They wrote it down. And to me, I think they're playing on the information that they got from the past. I don't really think it's got anything to do with what's really going on, how things are really happening. Just for the record, Vanita, what you said that he said was offensive, I've heard that forever. It didn't bother me. I got where he's coming from, and it's his broadcast. It didn't bother me. What in the hell is this dude talking about with people who don't show their faces? What is that about?
No, but he has a loophole, Tony. He said if you privately like DM him, you know how you can on Instagram where we just do like a video chat where we can see each other and chat, right? That's all he's saying. He's saying just come on, let's do a one-on-one privately. We have a conversation. I see your face. Everything's good.
He's demanding that from people?
People particularly like JB and Lenny, Smoke too, but I guess Smoke and him had a private conversation. So Smoke is okay to wear his mask or whatever and not show his face in Michael's view because Michael saw his real face. That's what he said.
I mean, I pick on people about it, but I said it before and I'll say it again. This is the internet. Y'all ain't got to take half of this mess so seriously. You don't want to show your face, don't show your face. They got characters on TV who never show their face that people love. Right. I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I was just scrolling through it. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? JG, how you doing? Kristen, how you doing? Stevie Wonder, how you doing? Benita, how you doing?
So Michael wouldn't have Foamy Man on either, right? Because he never shows his face.
No, there's a lot of people that don't show their face.
Right. No, unless
they won't show a face.
Right. Unless they have a private conversation with him.
I mean, I'm not going to demand that out of nobody. If they want to show their face, they will. If they want to do it in private, that's because they trust you.
Right.
Other than that, it's the internet. We ain't supposed to be trusting each other half as much as we do any damn way.
Right.
But like I said, JB's a good man. I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about JB. JB is all right. JB is informative. JB is eloquent. JB is bilingual. And JB doesn't BS nobody with his facts and or opinions. And he backs himself up from a different aspect. I'm good with JB. You know what I'm saying?
If you follow JB on IG, on Instagram, and you scroll all the way to his very first picture, there's a picture of his face.
I mean, I'm good. I told Linda last night, I told her before, you don't want to show it, don't show it. Damn that. But, I mean, that's JB's been past couple years, we don't know. Yeah, I've been seeing y'all saying that. I see Lenny was up there upset. Slam already knew what was going on with Slam. He's broken it down more than once. Some people break down why they don't, other people don't, and the other side really has to if you want the truth. Everybody wants their privacy respected, but you want to demand something out of somebody. You can't do that. I was just trying to see what was going on, so.
No, it's like everybody. Everybody has their own prerogative, and you do what you want to do. And if you don't like it, then go elsewhere. It is what it is.
I mean, you don't like it, you don't have to deal with the person. And I love JB's class person, educated too, and never. Yeah, JB's got opinions. He comes with facts. He got opinions. And he's pretty. JB surprises me because he knows a lot about over here, living somewhere else.
JB
That really
is the
trips
kind
me
of
out.
guy that on America, like he has a lot of trivial, a lot of information. Like I always joke about people like him, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Remember that show? He would be my phone a friend. Like, you know what I mean? if I was stuck on a question,
There is the only thing
JB.
with JB. The only reason I wouldn't call him is because he's from another country. He may not be correct, but he knows some stuff. JB knows some real good stuff.
He does know stuff.
My 2 cents to this is you in your house, you do what you want in your house. I can't come to your house and tell you what to do because that ain't my house. Well, if we're in Michael's virtual house, then we can follow his rules or not follow his rules. And I don't cry about it.
So if you come in this house, I agree. That goes for everybody's house up here. However you want to do your broadcast. It's the very first time I ever came on Mike's broadcast, I told him, I see how you do your platform. I'm going to behave just because I'm on here with you. He was like, thank you. I tell everybody that. I tell Lenny that. Lenny don't want people cursing no time. Okay, cool. We go off. She knows at least in the first place, I'm going to respect your platform. Vanita will let me talk however the hell I want to. Vanita, how you doing, girl? You crazy. JB, I can't. Jess, what's wrong, Jess? What was I saying? Vanita's trip. JB's cool, and JB is very open to conversations on specific topics. I like that. I like that a lot. So that goes on. What is going on with Jess? Jess, what is going on?
I think she's just defending JB. I think she's fine. I think she was
that's
just
great, and I'm not against him. I'm really not against him. Me and JB, he's been one of the people up here that have subscribed to me since I jumped on Hats before I knew him.
Yeah,
and he's always been open. He's great with the crypto conversation. Outstanding.
Yeah, because he wants to learn what I've had private conversations with JB, and I get off the phone and I look at and it's like over an hour. I'm like, holy shit! It doesn't even seem like a lot.
Here we go. If I had him and Colin and probably you, that would be a long broadcast.
But those are individuals too that I would love to have like a dinner, a dinner chat, with, where like in my house over wine, food.
There'll be a dinner chat, and it might be a good intro to business meeting, if you will. He would give an interesting perspective to some business that you would start. I agree with that. Yes.
Hi there. How's everybody?
You, Jack. What is going on with you?
How you doing? So listen, I just want to show you something they have in Canada. I don't know if you guys have these.
Okay.
Do you guys have health cards?
Yeah, insurance cards.
Do you? Okay, so on your health card, do you have a picture of yourself on it?
No.
You cannot go to the hospital in Canada. So I again, because I lie about everything, and I'm driving the HAPS bus around the block.
No, it was the Facebook bus, Michael. You keep saying
no, it's the HAPS bus, buddy. Please,
all right.
Don't add to the buses. I can't drive 2 buses at once. This is very unfair.
It's a double decker now.
And now I know it doesn't look like me, but it is me. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that guy there. My head's a lot bigger.
Is that Michael Myers?
That is the buffet boy, Michael. So I cannot go to the hospital. So Lenny, if you're in Canada and you don't have a picture of yourself, you can't get health care.
She's got one. She just hasn't put it on the internet. What, are you serious?
You see what I'm saying? The world's changing.
The world is changing. Now you got to verify your identity, and you're going to have to go through more ways of verifying your identity.
Okay. I can't show you this card, but you know what they did with my old card in front of me? They cut it up.
Because of theft, identity theft,
right?
Because of fraud.
Do you know how many Michael Bathurst are on this platform?
1.
Please tell me there's not more than 1.
There was 3.
How many?
Did you know I got to watch myself on another program? And it was a female?
For a second, that person came on and then it was off.
Yeah, but that was supposedly me.
Right.
And I had lovely breasts. Thank you. There you go. So here we go. And Rick's going, what the hell am I trying?
Right.
They weren't showing artwork of women's parts though, like yesterday, right?
I know. That was my broadcast.
No,
and,
but
and,
you know what?
and that was Nazim.
Hashtag art. Hashtag
I died. I absolutely died.
The Supreme Court ruled that you can publish.
You can do it. You can do it. You know why? If you put your back into it, you can do it. That's what I've heard. So, these cameras are not taking pictures of you, by the way.
Say what?
Did you know that when you're walking down the street, those cameras aren't taking pictures of you?
Who told you that?
Everybody. Because I don't have to show my picture. My picture's nowhere.
I saw a video the other day.
The cameras are facial recognition, traffic control.
I know. But listen, if you live in 1950, that's true.
No, that's now.
No, I know. But some people are still in 1950.
I got that part. But the cameras that's out here, okay.
All right.
Cameras are first for traffic control, but there was underground line that they were sitting here watching people, monitoring people. Yeah, they are and they will. And the Patriot Act opened up everything to monitor any and everything in the country. Yes. And they're working on doing it in the globe. We got that. The satellites are up there. You worried about these cameras. Damn them cameras. You better worry about them satellites. Those are the real cameras.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg told you
do I lie to you on a
they got
daily
satellites
basis?
that can watch an ant piss on a blade of grass. Y'all tripping about the cameras. Watch the damn satellites.
No, I know. Don't go there. You're gonna freak them out, and they're gonna blame me. So here's the thing.
I'll let them blame me. Do not blame Mike for what I'm about to say when he asks me these crazy questions. I got all day.
They forgive you. You could set the village on fire, and it's Michael's fault. I don't know what that is. I swear to you, Rick, that's true.
You know
why? He can do whatever he wants, and I get away. He's tickling women and all this other stuff. It's just.
Let me get my headphones because it's time. Oh Jesus! Come on, ask me all this mess.
Are you drinking already, Tony? It's not even 9 o'clock where I'm at.
I'm so glad you're here, Tony. Thank you. I'm actually having some fun.
Wow, can I take the heat off of you?
Yes.
I saw a video the other day. Somebody it was a girlfriend, boyfriend. The boyfriend had his iPhone in front of his face. They shut the lights off. They had an infrared camera on him as he has his phone in front of his face, and they discovered that the iPhone every 5 seconds was taking a picture of him.
Yep.
That's why I advise people, if you're really worried about your camera when it's off, take a little piece of black electric tape and put it over your camera on your laptop, on your iPhone, on your iPad, whatever. Just saying.
Compliance is nothing to brag or boast about. No, I give you that entirely, Big Daddy. You're not lying. You're not wrong about that at all. But it's happening whether we want it to or not. That's the other aspect people got to realize.
Kelly!
There are things we're not going to accept. And we got to battle everything, but they're going to do it before we even battle it. And the whole time we're battling, they're not going to stop. And they'll find a way to justify themselves.
So, Tony, I'm going to say a statement. You tell me if this is true or not. They have satellites with laser precision that they can aim at a window and shoot a missile into your living room with accuracy. Within a couple meters.
The rods of
is that true or not true? Is that false?
Under Siege 2?
True.
Watch the movie Under Siege 2.
Yeah.
What year it came out. I want you to see what year it came out.
Yeah.
And ask yourself that question by now. That's number one. Number two, what kind of missile is it?
Yeah. Have you seen the dogs that they have now? The jumping and the robots, what they do, But you know what? They can't take your picture because that doesn't happen.
Michael, what kind of missile is a satellite shooting?
I don't know. Laser, infrared.
It's not a missile.
Exactly.
It's not a missile.
It's a beam. It's a laser beam.
Thank you. Now, yes,
but I can't do that because I'm the Antichrist.
It's called the rods of something, but it's a real thing. Look it up.
Are they tungsten rods?
No, that doesn't exist. Listen, they can't even take pictures of you. Come on, wake up. 1950.
That's why people got a problem with you because you like playing with folks.
Rick, you have no idea how happy you're here today. So listen, please input some sanity into my craziness. I love to poke the bear. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't do that.
I'm known for that on Facebook.
Yeah?
Big ladle.
Are you misunderstood, Rick, at all for your beliefs, do you think?
I mean, yeah, especially in Periscope days, I used to have the trolls were outrageous.
Yeah. So you've been called everything.
And everything. Oh God, yeah. And I very rarely block anybody unless I'll block you if you're being abusive to other people on a broadcast. You can say what you want about me. I've got thick skin. But oh yeah, definitely. But like you said yesterday, if you don't have a spine, you don't have no business doing this.
No. And if you can't handle your photograph or your face being on here, do podcasts.
What is up with that, Mike? Where's that coming from you? I'm only asking because I've seen that in the comments and I heard it last night.
The bottom line is we have all these people who are pretending to be who they're not. Mm-hmm. And all I've asked, and then they basically said I was playing God. I said, look, I'll go for a coffee with you. I'll pay for the coffee. I'll buy you dinner. Just let me see you. I will. They don't have to be on air. If it's dangerous, that's fine. I said, how about we go on Messenger and I can see you for 30 seconds?
No. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
Anything you do on the computer is gonna be tracked. And if they're trying to maintain their privacy, you can't do nothing on the computer.
But there's no pictures, buddy.
There's no pictures here.
No pictures.
Now, it's like I told them when you walked out.
Pictures.
When you walked back, I was telling them there are people who have made money by never showing their face by being characters.
Yes.
And that's true. So some people want to keep their privacy intact, and that's fine. I've known people who have gone.
But you know what scares me the most?
I'm going to use Lenny as an example because she's one of the biggest people up here that never showed their face. Okay. I've known people who have had their identity stolen. I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
JB doesn't want to, fine.
Yeah.
Sadie hasn't done it, fine. Whoever else up here doesn't want to show their face, that's cool. I understand that privacy aspect. And honestly, we put a lot of ourselves on the computer, which is the one thing we were never supposed to do, mainly because all of us are old enough to remember when the internet started, they said don't trust it. And we have become more reliable on it to where everywhere and everything you are talking about as far as tracking people, taking pictures and facial recognition, we do it every day we're up here. Damn those cameras. We're doing it voluntarily. Your TV does it.
Right.
Your computer does it. Your cell phone does it. Your iPad does it. Any electronic device you have, they can track you.
But guess what? JB doesn't own a phone because there's no way he can have his photograph taken.
I'm not doing this. Yeah, Rick, you see this, Rick? Do you see this, Rick? Jess, just to be honest, Jess, she has a privacy issue. She's expressed it more than once. Quite frankly, I told her last night. I've known her up here for about 6 months.
We saw her in the broadcast. You and I saw her in the broadcast. She still denies
and she lost it. No, she
lost her mind.
Michael, she got hacked, remember?
Yeah, she got mad.
Oh, my.
She got mad, for real. She got mad.
My. We saw her one day in the green room, Rick. We're not making this up. And I said to her, we can see you.
I told her
too,
she got mad.
Panic on her face.
Yeah, she panicked. And it wasn't fake. It was not fake. I tell everybody, it was not fake. She was literally upset. And I said,
this is
serious.
Pissed.
The old version, right?
And to this day, she denies
it. Was a still. I didn't see anybody move. It was a still. It was there for about 5 or 10 seconds. We was like, we see you. Yeah. She was like, no, you can't. I said, yeah, we can.
No, you can't.
She was like, she literally... Lenny, I'm not lying. It looked like you panicked, and I'm not calling you. I'm not putting you in blast. I'm not teasing. I thought she was mad.
Yeah, you saw it as well. Were you there as well?
She did panic. Remember, remember you cut the broadcast down so that you can look at the review to see if it actually went on. Remember that?
Yes.
I was worried that it went on air because I was looking out for her. I didn't want it to go on.
She was serious.
I thought her image went on the TV. Sorry, like on Haps.
Right.
So I shut it right down.
Lenny, you panicked. I'll deal with you later. You panicked.
Yeah.
So you're saying on the old version of Haps, when the person would come up on the video and only we could see them,
in the green room.
Have to be on.
The green room. But I had fear that it was on the screen. I wasn't sure because it happened so quickly. And then when I saw her, at first I thought it was an intruder. I went, and then I noticed that her mouth and this person matched, and I went, okay, that's Lenny. I get to see her.
Oh, you did see? I didn't see any movement. I just saw.
I saw movement of the mouth, and I also saw Mel one time. I saw Mel M for about 5 seconds in a broadcast, and that went down. like that, and
She's
didn't
another
do it.
one that doesn't show her face. You agree? If
Right,
anyone has a
and
photo
that's
of her,
okay. I get it.
Just
I
when you
get that you want.
stop.
I get that you want to have privacy. I totally get
Yes.
it. But we live in a world, and I swear to you, on my children's lives, I looked
Don't
up
do that.
something
Don't do that. Stop
no,
that.
hear
Stop
me
that.
out. Like
Stop
a
that.
nail clipper. I looked up a nail clipper. Literally, I went to go look it up, and I talked to someone about it. And before I even did the search, it was on my fucking Facebook.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Mine's been
didn't
doing that for
search it.
years.
I swear to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is
There's
bizarre.
there's a meme about that. The meme is like basically, I don't look up anything. I just scream it out and wait for Facebook to tell me.
Yeah. And there it was. And I felt so freaking violated. And then today, there was this thing on England, 12 high definition cameras per street. But nobody's got their photo anywhere. Nobody's got it.
Okay. We got to un-old school you. We got to un-old school you. You do not have to give your identity to anybody. But they're going to take it when they want to.
They got it. That's the thing.
Yes,
and if
they
you're
do
in
have
the
it.
dark, wake up. Because here's what's happening. The bottom line is you're going to have to pay. And I swear to you, this is going to happen. They're going to make us pay to have a digital image we don't like of ourselves. And that will be our ID on the internet.
It's going to be on your phone. You're just going to use your phone for everything.
Yeah, but your picture is going to be everywhere. And I guarantee you, they probably have pictures of me when I was in the hospital. And if you don't think that's true, you are really naive. I just read off Walmart saying those cameras above are not the only cameras. We are watching you.
They got to. People be stealing.
Right. But nobody has a picture of anybody, according to the people in this room. Wake up. Wake up.
Yeah.
I don't choose to be in our broadcast doing this crazy, nonstop commenting. Hun, let it go. You don't have to be here.
Let it go.
Let it go. I gave you an avenue. You told me you can't. I respect it. But you're in here now bombarding the comments like crazy. And I'm not gonna block you because I like you. I really do. I actually genuinely like you. But the thing is, the days of hiding in the shadows, you can't do it anymore. There's nowhere to hide.
Not really, no. Not really, no. No, that's true.
I spent my whole life being afraid of being on the net.
Why?
My whole life. I wasted 10 years.
Why?
Because I was worried I'd be judged.
Okay.
And then I got to a point I went, I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
I'm going to go on. I don't have a lot of time left. I'm going to make the most of it. And if people honestly, like me, go ahead.
Your concern is justified and very true. You go on the internet, you are going to be judged. Most of us are good with the judgment because we're used to being here. Let me tell you what happened to me today on my cell phone. I was folding a large jump and all of a sudden I hear a voice coming over my phone. No ass will open and all someone was trying to say something on the phone. I was about to I'm not calling you a liar either. I'm not calling you a liar. Yeah. I can believe that story. And if it terrifies you, that is technology.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse.
So Rick, with faith, how do we go forward through this? Help me. I genuinely need help right now. I'm reaching out to you. I'm serious. I need faith. Because I've got people who are delusional.
They're not delusional. A lot of people have not come up. They're not adapting to the current technology. It's not delusional.
Buddy, I'm 58 years old. I'm an old fart, and I know this shit.
And your farts stink. I believe you.
They're fragrant. Go, Rick.
Your fart in your feet, Jesus.
Okay, sorry. We regressed to 5 years old. Have you noticed? I'm so sorry.
Sort of like unicorn farts. They sparkle, rainbows, all that. Yeah.
Hey, be nice to the unicorn.
Yes, you're underrated.
I don't know if it's just me, but every time James talks, it's like delayed. Like not just the audio, but the video too. It's like it's 2 seconds or 3 seconds afterward. I don't know what's up with that.
It is. Lenny, you're right. I know. Anybody can hack your phone. I already know that. I already know.
Okay. Please let Rick talk. Go, Rick.
But we gotta definitely be smart, be careful, and just I live my life assuming everybody can see everything. And especially with me, of course, of being a man of faith, I believe God sees everything we're doing. Actually, one of the things I do in my broadcast, I do a scripture thought of the day thing. And one verse talks about that God sees everything. And not only does he see what you do, see what you say, he even hears what you think before you even think it. So I just live my life assuming that everything I do is seen, because I do believe he sees everything anyway. But yeah, the stuff is very scary. Like I once in a while get on my Google Maps with Android. It goes, here's all the places you've been. And it's
That's
accurate.
because your
I'm like,
location. That's your
what?
location services on your phone. That's the location service.
Yeah.
You can turn
You
that
turn
on.
that off.
Have you
Oh,
ever
yeah, I
thought it
know
was
that.
wrong and then you thought about it and went, fuck, it's right? I've done
But
that.
I'm just saying, but a lot of people don't know that. I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I don't do anything wrong, so I don't care.
Right.
You know, I just try to hide nothing. So
In my single days, I used to worry. My single days, I was hell. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I understand.
Look at
I
how many
understand.
people with the 4 people that we have in this room, accumulation of 173.7K followers.
Say what?
See, that's
Yeah.
That's a lot, and that's all Michael.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It really is. Don't nobody follow us.
No, it's not. Don't forget, we had other guests up earlier.
That's true.
Right? We
That's
had
true.
Rich, and we had Nazim, and he is now known as one of the greatest people, purveyor of perverted art from, you know.
Hey, Kev, I got to talk to you soon since you're an IT professional. You can answer half of what we're talking about up here.
Was that what you do for a living?
You can answer half of what we got going on.
Professional.
He followed me today.
I
followed him first. No, that's a lie. I followed him on Facebook, and he reciprocated.
He came up when the update came up.
How do I stop being so paranoid?
Meditate.
Learn more about it.
Ground yourself more. Seriously,
I'm asking Rick. I've tried all these things. Rick, help me. I want more faith, so help me. I'm lost.
But are you being paranoid if it's true? Are the conspiracy theorists being a conspiracy theorist when the conspiracies are actually not conspiracies but true?
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. To be or not to be, that is a question.
Yeah.
So, but for bottom line, as far as the face thingy, and I said this earlier, I don't know if you were in your bathroom break, but in my house, I do what I want to do. You ain't gonna come to my house and tell me what to do, and I'm not gonna come to your house and tell you what to do. So in your house, which is Haps on your broadcast, you set the rules. And if I don't like it, I don't have to come, and I'm not gonna cry about it. Grow up. Bye-bye. Have a nice life. And that's it.
Yeah.
Do I agree? Doesn't matter. It's not my house.
Agreed. James, where did you get that number, by the way? Because I see none of these numbers that you're making up. Did I say making up? That you discovered?
73. I only see 73. I see 21.7 followers between the 8 of us, between 8 people that were up here.
On the very top.
On the phone?
On the very top
you guys
of
on the phone?
No, on the
very top of your phone,
Actually, on the phone,
here,
yes.
It says plus 19. It says 22 creators. It says 173.7K followers. And then it has the purple check mark.
I got 8 creators, 21.7 thousand.
What does the purple check mark mean? Help me with that.
It means that I'm following all of the people that are.
Yeah, and how funny how it was 5 almost a year before you do that. Supported you, kind of know your question. Oh Jesus. I actually got to give her a little bit of credit for that. I understand where you're coming from, Mike, but she's right. She doesn't have to. Seriously.
Then she doesn't.
She doesn't have to be here. She doesn't have to be here. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Box right there, the little X box.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, but there's so many other experiences. I'm not the only flavor. There's a million flavors on here.
Yes, there are.
Right? And
hey, Melanie, I'll follow you too, Melanie. How you doing? Picture or no picture, we good. Always have a good conversation. Always cut up.
Go ahead. From her point of view, Lenny's point of view is that with all the experience that you have had with her in the past, that for her you should make an exception and just let it be. That's what I think.
But I'm concerned because she lied about. There's 3 witnesses here that saw her photo in the green room, and she still to this day lies about it. I asked JB yesterday. Just let me finish for a second. I asked JB yesterday to come up on the broadcast. He showed me what he looks like in photos, and I said, Just turn the camera on for 2 seconds. I just want to see if it matches. If it does, then I'll leave you be.
I owe people
Wouldn't do
apology.
it. Wouldn't do it. I
owe
asked him
people an
to go. I asked him to go to Facebook. I said to him, if I could go and have coffee with you, ride bike, because he rides his bike all the time, I would buy you dinner, and then I would know you're real. But when you have resistance and you have a gut feeling about resistance, there's probably something wrong. You know, if someone eats constantly in your broadcast, they're probably hungry.
And flossing the teeth.
Oh my God. I loved your advice, Rick. I really did. I think that was the most logical thing I've heard today.
But she's hurt. She's in her feelings, and she has the right to be hurt in her feelings. So she has to make the decision: is she gonna try to still be friends with you, or just terminate the friendship? Because as it is now, she cannot be friends with you because you don't want her to come on the broadcast because she doesn't show her face. And so she has to make the decision, yes or no, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah, and that's fine. Now, if you're in the green room, we didn't have the presence of mind to do a screenshot. I was so freaked out that there was a stranger in the room. I didn't have the presence of mind to do that. And it all happened within 5 seconds. So for me to do a screenshot, it would have taken me at least 2. And I was just like, who the hell's in this room? And then I noticed that, no, I did. I was freaked out. I really was. And then I said, did you guys see that? And I didn't know James had seen it as well.
It was a baseball.
And I told him.
Was it New York? It was some kind of baseball.
I don't know, but it was weird. It was really weird.
The person that I saw was not wearing a hat.
Yeah, if we're wrong, then
I apologize. We're wrong. Cool. I left it alone on purpose. I would just say we saw it. Like I said, when I saw how upset you were, I was trying not to bring it up.
Yeah, but as a friend, I was terrified for her that it was on air. And that's why I addressed
terrified when I saw how terrified she was. She said she wasn't panicking. Okay, cool. I thought she was, and I was like, okay, this is serious. Yeah.
Yeah. So and we don't. It's just things happen, and you see clues, and I've found in the past when I don't listen to markers, I've been bitten.
Okay. Yes, little boy.
Okay. He's not calling me. Who was that they saw? I wasn't there. Lenny, who did they see? Because they said they saw somebody. Who did they see?
She says it's not her.
No. Who was it?
There was a picture that came on the screen. I thought it was her.
Yeah.
I'll get you something else. Drink that now. Go with that, like I told you. So you help the dope feel better.
His throat's still bad?
Yeah. He's not feeling good at all.
Yeah.
He isn't.
And then I'm extra paranoid right now because I've at one point had 3 people that were Michael Bathurst, including myself. So 2 others.
That happened to me on Facebook. I had about 10 people.
You're touching. You're doing it right when you have people that are.
That's what Randy said. Randy said, "You made it, Mike."
Everybody else.
You made it, Michael. Way to go. Michael. He said that's an award. You did it, brother.
That's right.
Yeah. But Rick, you are one of the most refreshing faces of people that I've met on here in a long time, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I feel like you were a gift, and I needed a gift. I've been so hammered the last 2 weeks on this platform for feeling the way I feel.
Yeah, and it's your house.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know, but that's the problem. When you yesterday, I had someone tell me my beliefs, and that sent me. That's I don't know if you saw that one. And then I was seeing.
You were right on the edge, Michael. I've never seen you that triggered.
Always mad. Yeah, don't tell me what my beliefs are. That's not fair.
It's just like your truth. Don't tell me that my truth is your truth.
Agreed.
And then it was, you said you talk all about forgiveness. And I go, I never talk about forgiveness.
It's something, I interpret it as that. The way you can get over, not get mad at people, even though they do stuff, and you be like, you know what? You have a good day. That's fine. Thank you. You may be brushed it off, but that can be seen as an aspect of forgiveness. It can be.
Yes. But to me, it's adjusting to a current situation, right?
Understood. So like I said, I misinterpreted you on that one.
Yeah.
That's another thing that he brought up. It's so easy. Think of not seeing somebody's face expressions like in a chat, like just texting each other. How many times do we almost have to put emojis because you're gonna misinterpret my text for something else. But if I see your face, I can tell if I'm like, man, I hate you, Tony D. You know I hate you.
Yeah, I remember somebody worked on some kind of an art project, and they were asking me, "What do you think about this?" And I put capital letters, "That's nice!" Exclamation! 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 Thinking, I'm saying, "Oh, nice!" Like nice.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I did all this work, and all you can say it's nice. That's it." I'm like, "Did you not see the exclamations and the capitalization? It doesn't just say, oh, it's nice, like it's nice." But yeah, it's like the more
what drives
you
me
have,
crazy
the more,
is autocorrect, and another word comes up.
Oh God.
Face or voice recognition always screws up when I'm driving and I'm trying to.
And it's always some perverted word.
That's why I don't use
boss.
it. I don't
to your
use
boss.
it. That's why I don't use it. I don't use it.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. Goodness. You got to be careful there. So does anybody want to address anything besides technology? I wanted to talk. I would love for you to talk. Can you give us a light sermon on God for like a 5-minute sermon on God, and
let's have a quick prayer.
Yeah, can we do a prayer? I would love that. Can we all pray? Tony D, I'm up for it.
Come on,
Tony's
Tony.
eyes are scaring me right now.
Why are we scaring you?
Thank you.
His eyes, Tony's eyes.
Let's all pray. It's Sunday.
Tony's a Christian, right? Is that correct?
Yes, I'm Catholic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm ready. I'm going to close my eyes and listen to you. Go for it.
Tony? Or
no,
sure.
Rick.
You Rick, please. You Rick. Please.
Oh, me?
Yes,
yeah.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You have the skills to pay the bills. Go.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, Lord, here we are. We're all seeking the truth. We're all trying to find out what is true, what is not true. We're all trying to do the right thing. So help us, lead us, guide us, Lord, so that we do actually do the right thing and actually find the truth. It actually says if we seek you with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, that we will find you. That's a promise in the word. And that the truth that we know will set us free, God. So help us find the truth. Help us treat people as we would want to be treated, right? Golden rule. And just help us have a great rest of the Sunday. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Well done. Amen. Well done. Yeah. So I would love for this new chapter with the new Haps to be a time of just accepting what is and respecting other people's differences of opinion. And there's all kinds of flavors here to enjoy. And one bad apple doesn't stop the show. There you go.
And some of the best flavors are chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Y'all want to start? How you gonna do a prayer and say some shit like that? Excuse me, Rick. That's all I want to know. How the hell you gonna do some shit like that?
Wait, guess what? God has a sense of humor. He has the biggest sense of humor.
Yes, he does. Every time I look in the mirror, I laugh. I know he's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
But Lenny, nobody's saying you can't go live. Michael's saying you can't go live on his broadcast, but you can go live whenever you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, we just have to respect each other's boundaries. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah. And look at Tony. He's so smug. Just look at him. Look at him.
Because sometimes I make him feel uncomfortable. I get a little too close to him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He is a beast of a man.
This dude stroked the horn of a unicorn. You damn right I'm uncomfortable.
So we haven't done this for a while, and it might help. Can we? And I haven't asked this for a long time. Why don't we just all just say what we're grateful for, and we'll beam it down.
Nazim was good. I am grateful for family. My mom's coming tomorrow for the holidays.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, and it's your birthday coming up, right?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Tony. Can I sing to you?
No.
Would that be okay?
No? Between you and Milton, no more. No.
No more? You had enough?
Yes.
He was singing sexual healing to you, though, wasn't he?
No, hell no. What are you, crazy?
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, Nazim.
Wrong broadcast. Sorry. Go ahead.
Nazim is grateful for art. I cannot with you.
Remember, hashtag art. Hashtag art. You got to put that
Yes, vintage.
Vintage.
Are you going to NFT that?
What's that?
Is he going to make an NFT out of that?
Maybe. Oh, incidentally, there's a sale on weed whackers at Home Depot. Just saying, everybody's interested.
Can you explain again what that is?
And I think also weed whacker.
Yes, Kristen. You know the weed whacker is, Mike?
Bush trimmers are on sale too.
Oh, okay. Well, the weed whackers in Canada is what does your trim for your lawns, like the edge, the edging.
Thing, Same thing.
I thought you were being in the inappropriate zone.
No, we're in fall, so a lot of the stuff that you use is on sale. You know.
Do you do your manscaping in the fall? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my.
Oh my. All right. So Rick, thank you for being so patient with us. And
of course.
You know, I feel incredibly comfortable with you. Thank you for being here. I know you don't know me from, anything, but you basically helped me through this, believe it or not. And you were the reason I had the clarity that I did.
That means it's Rick's fault. Rick, you're going to get.
No, it's not Rick's fault. I'm responsible for my decisions, but Rick helped me through it, and I realized.
I think the thing that gave you clarity wasn't even directly, I think, about what he was talking about. He got it from something else, I think.
Yeah,
because I was talking about how I'm Rick Costa everywhere. I don't have no other fake name, and I'm just consistent everywhere. You want to find me, type of Rick Costa, you'll find me.
And you broadcast every day.
Every day for 6 years.
Every 6 years. That's dedication.
That is dedication. Big ups for that.
Yes.
Kristen, you're funny. Tarot talk with Kelly. That's funny. Nazim, I know, and they're probably going to lose. Kristen, yes, we are Sagittarius. That's right. You created a horrible, hateful universe. Oh, my good Lord. I'm going to talk to Lenny after this. I got to talk to Lenny.
Good luck with that, Tony.
That's easy for me. I can talk to Lenny. Y'all can't deal with it. I can talk to Lenny.
That
which
is
karaoke was that?
I don't know, but we got to figure it out. And if the problem is you can't do it, you can't do a screenshot, unfortunately, from the green room. They don't record that. But if it happened to go on the broadcast, we can send you a screenshot of it, Lenny, and then you can see, and then. But I don't want to send that out if that is you. Then we're violating your privacy, and I don't want to do that. I was terrified when it happened that it was on air. That was my only thought because I know how private you are, and I thought, oh Lord, who's done this? Because all of a sudden the camera came on just out of the blue. It was the weirdest thing.
Obviously, she hit the camera button by accident when she was talking.
Or someone activated it.
She said
or someone activated it.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Who was it though? That's what I want to know.
We don't know. She said it wasn't her.
It wasn't MC Hammer, and he wasn't singing. Oh Lord, I pray.
On the broadcast. That's why we thought it was. I believe you were the only female on the broadcast, weren't you?
It wasn't me.
I think you were the only one.
Caught me on camera. Wasn't me. Caught me in the shower. Wasn't me. It was a fool that looked that way. It was a fool that looked that way.
Who was it? Inquiring minds want to know.
They do. They have to know. I think some things you're better to just leave alone.
Yeah,
but
sure.
But I love that 3 witnesses saw it.
Kristen, no, it wasn't that one.
Rush.
Well, the first one we did, Rick, was so bad. I had to flush it, but I know it's still out there somewhere, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Look at Tony. I watch it. He's so good.
I even have, right now.
No, you won't.
I even have a shirt that says "The Internet never forgets," and these
people,
especially, they're sending each other their private parts. Well, I deleted it, honey. You are so ignorant. It is there somewhere. Everything is stored.
Most people don't know that, bro. Hey, Rick, honestly, most people don't know that.
We should address that. Shame. All these teenagers are sending, selfies. We'll call them selfies.
Mm-hmm.
Full-length selfies.
Full length, yeah.
But
watch that movie.
you're
if
not
you are a
ashamed
parent, take
and
your
you don't
child
care.
to go
Good
see that
Lord. I
movie.
love Kevin. Good Lord.
Listen,
Good
if you are a parent, watch that movie Ron Goes Wrong.
Ron Goes Wrong.
It's a good kid movie,
Kristen, it's
but it
true.
is
If
also
it's online,
informative.
it's out there forever.
Seriously.
It really is.
Do y'all
Yeah,
hear me?
and
All of
yeah,
you
and
parents
when
out
you're
there,
in the
all of you
grocery store,
grandparents out
they
there.
are
Why is
filming
Mike
you.
ignoring me? He always does this. He always does this. If
Should
you
we
are
get
a
the
parent,
1
holy
minute clock
shit,
out?
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna give you a minute. Go.
Give him a
All
minute.
right,
If
what's
you
the
are a
name?
parent, if you are a parent or a grandparent, watch the movie Ron Goes Wrong. It is good for the kids, but it is also informative to the parents. And if you want the truth, it's going to cover what we're discussing right now. Seriously. Seriously. Big ups to that movie. Big ups.
Ron Goes Wrong.
Yes.
I'm writing it down.
I
Lenny,
took
do
my
you know
son to
why?
see it the other day,
Lenny,
and I
do you
got
know why I
something out
love
of it.
this broadcast? Because it's educational, and I'm hoping even one or two people listen to what I'm saying and save them from being hacked and having their account hacked. I'm worried.
Yeah, and she says it's not her. That's cool. That's
No,
cool. She said that. She said that.
that's
She
even
said that same
scarier.
day.
If
She
someone
said it wasn't
turned
her.
on your camera and you didn't turn it on by accident, that's
That's which
terrifying.
there's absolutely that is her whole
That's terrifying.
point.
So they're
That is her
watching
whole
you.
point.
They could be watching you right now, Lenny. If they have access to you, they might be watching you when you don't know they're watching. So be
They're
careful.
always watching.
Just yeah, put the little thing across like this.
Yeah.
Watch, just do that. They can't
The
watch anything from that point.
black electric tape is the easiest solution. Just put it over.
Yes.
Very
You know why I
inexpensive.
challenged that? Do you know why I challenged that?
Why?
Eagle eye.
Well, obviously, if you go outside your house, I'm talking, and if you black out.
No. Watch the movie Eagle Eye.
I know the movie.
So covering the cameras has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Because they can also find you off of sound vibration.
Well, yeah, no, we're talking about your image. We're not talking about your.
They'll take the phone, they'll take the vibration, they'll bounce it off until they find something that can see you, which won't just be your phone. It could be your laptop or your television or your iPad.
So you black
So
out.
Tony, as a beautiful human being, are you more worried about them hearing the things you're doing than seeing what you're doing?
Both.
Don't care.
Before technology and all that, I thought I've had people watching me.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we got
Do you put
Windows.
a good show on? Do you put a good show on if you
I don't
know
even
they're
try
there?
to, but we got Windows and people
Do
can
you get
put
like a
stuff
little
on your
oil
window.
on there and
What about when you live in a high rise? How many neighbors can see in? Have you ever been in like downtown?
What was that movie where the guy had a camera in every apartment? The guy that owned it. There was a movie way
he
back.
owned the building. He owned
the building and he had cameras everywhere.
It's not just the cell phones, Lenny. Seriously, it's not. Your television,
everywhere.
Your television can record you.
See you.
They okay. I think I could be wrong. Rick, please don't be mad at me if I'm wrong. But Rick, did you say it was the iPhone as well was taking pictures? Someone said the iPhone was taking.
He said the iPhone.
Yeah, a girl and a boy. He had his phone in front of him.
Yeah.
She had an infrared camera on him, a video camera, and she saw the flash every 5 seconds. It was taking a picture of him.
So was that a hack?
Yes.
No. Well, like my phone, I have Google. As long as my face is in front of my phone, that the screensaver never goes off because it's looking at me, and it knows that I'm here. If I turn away, the screensaver goes off, and it comes on.
It's not a hack. It's them keeping a database of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about this? And I'm going to get even more spooky. Imagine you sign up for some site thinking that you're on a social network, and the only reason they have the social network is so they can watch you and monitor what you do.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah. Facebook.
Everything.
Instagram.
Meta.
Instagram is the most addictive platform on the planet. They've proven it. It's so addictive, especially with the demographic of women between a certain age and they made it that way. They spent years perfecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Look up what meta means in the Hebrew language.
Will you stop? Just stop. Jesus.
It's true.
It is true. Wait till you see what the symbols of fast foods are really saying.
It's
Now,
Wait till you
see,
read that story.
if
The
it
fast food
isn't
symbols.
nudity,
Wait till
I'm
you read
dealing
that.
with cruelty. Yeah.
Yes, Nazim is still alive.
We do this thing, gratitude before we leave. So occasionally, I'm just grateful for you guys being here, and thank you helping me through this today. I really felt supported.
And I'm grateful for you, Michael, because I've had a lot of private conversations with you, and I think we got a pretty good relationship, and I'm grateful you're in my life. Obviously, you guys too, but Michael, because we've had some stuff that we've talked about, and people have been throwing hate around and trying to defame people and all this kind of stuff, and
yeah,
you know,
but know that if one situation doesn't work, there's a million other pathways.
Exactly.
And you can be successful on those million pathways. And if you don't want to be on this format because they're going to make you have your picture up sooner or later, then you can find a format that will. They may even have one where you never put your picture up, and everybody doesn't do that. And that might be what the beauty is of that app. And you all can pretend to be other people. It's great, and that might be Fantasyland. That's why we love Marvel, right? That's why we love Spider-Man.
Do you know that movie next Game One or Next Player Up or wait?
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
That's actually kind of predictive. Like that's coming too. You know.
No, I said it last year that we were going to be there, and we're doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You go to work, you go to the grocery shop, or you stay at home and you're on the computer. I told everybody last year this was going to happen.
What was that other movie that Bruce Willis was in, and everybody hooked up on a virtual thing too, and they would. No, it was a different one where they all went out into society, but as virtual Manatar.
I don't know that.
And then at the very end, when he deplugged the whole thing, all Manitors died, and then people actually had to get out of their houses and walk around. They were all in pajamas and stuff like that. Remember that?
I don't remember that.
Now the last question, because we have Captain Rehab here. Do you think that you should be able to, because of freedom, you should be able to do broadcast in the shower? Do you think that's going to be an issue in the future?
Yes.
And if you're in the shower, should you be really sudded up? That's what I'm thinking.
Are you allowed to do it in the bathtub as long as you have bubbles?
You better have it. You better have a big submarine.
There's a conspiracy behind that too.
To block.
Stevie, stop. Yeah. Stevie, stop. Now, if we're going to be across the board with the showery scopes, I will be very biased.
That was on Periscope all the time.
Was it really?
Yes.
Periscope? Oh my gosh. Oh, everything was on Periscope. Everything.
They would have the suction cups in the shower, and they would have the thing, and it was.
Hi, Word Woman. You missed a good broadcast here. We were talking about the latest technology.
You know, to mount the mounts, the suction cup mounts for your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then.
Oh, stop! You know what I'm talking about.
Alrighty then.
You know what we call this, Rick? The OCD network.
Oh God.
Hello, I'm 5.
Well, you know what? That makes me think of another thing, because I've heard the upper powers that be talk about, we're trying to keep trolls out of here. Y'all don't have who's out here that's a troll? Very rare compared to Periscope, especially.
Oh yeah.
There's nobody on the app right now. I love this. Twitch has a category called hot tub streams.
Do they really?
So people are listening to our broadcaster, guys. It is getting out there.
I'm just waiting on Stifler's mom to
please
come back up
do me a favor, and I mean this, and this is not a slap. And if you've listened to anything I'm saying, I genuinely want to know: do you think the future is going to be where you have to have a photo that's encrypted? Number 2, you should never have to ever post your photo, and number 3, you just wasted a whole bunch of time you'll never get back.
I just saved a bunch of money on car insurance.
Could you switch to Geico?
I don't know. I'm seriously freaked out. Like as soon as I heard there was 12 high definition cameras on every street in England, that did a number on me today.
Can I help you out with that?
And Walmart's saying, and Walmart's saying those are not the cameras that we watch you with, the ones above.
Can I help you with the cameras in London?
Sure, tell me.
They said that on Fast and Furious 6.
Okay.
That's how long ago it's been happening. Anything you find out has already been happening, and they're
That's
on
what
television.
television is.
But there are individuals in this world that have never had their photograph
on this platform,
and they're on Haps. Yeah, they've never had a photograph of themselves. It's insane. I don't know how they've done it.
Moment to breathe in between sentences.
Well, that's why we did the 60 seconds. Do you think that worked? Because that forced us to listen.
Yeah.
Rick, was that good or bad?
Stand by. Oh, stand by me.
That's our horrible karaoke, right? Is that what that is?
Wait. Hey, Rehab, did you see that movie? That one scene where he told those dudes, no fighting. No fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting. Good. Get the fuck off me.
Kelly, there are street cams and there's more every day and they keep putting them up and there's more and more 5G as well. And I think they need them so they can have the high definition with the. So I don't know.
Wait, on the topic, I've gotten a ticket. The high definition cameras. I did just a rolling stop at a stop sign. In the mail, they send you your license plate, very zoomed in.
Yeah.
They send your face of the driver who's driving, and they're like, "We got you on camera. Here's the fine. You can pay it over the mail,
or you can fight it. Now, did you call them up and say, "How dare you force me to have my picture"?
Me. I was hacked. I said I was not in that.
Is that what you said?
It was Mr. Clean, not James.
You know what? You could do that. You could say, "Listen, Mr. Clean stole my car." And you know who was in the back seat doing all the Windex?
Who?
Happily doing it, Tony D.
Yeah, that's right.
When I go to New York, there's no more tolls. They just take a picture of your license plate and send you a bill.
Virginia does that too, and I had a friend of mine in college back in '91. They said that happened to them in Atlanta. They didn't even know they were speeding. They got a letter in the mail talking about you were speeding. They got your license plate and they send you the fine.
Well, another thing that they're doing, they're setting you up for is the iPasses now. So now what they're going to do is, what they're going to do is they're going to be able to know that if you were at point A and point B in this amount of time, you had to have been speeding. There's your ticket.
Yeah, they're tracking.
They're tracking everything. They're tracking everything.
Yeah,
I think the scariest thing I've heard today is that there is the potential of someone to turn your camera on from anywhere in the world.
Oh yeah,
and you not be aware of it.
That's true. No,
and I always thought that was honestly, I always thought that was like in movies.
Watch the movie Live Free or Die Hard.
Movies dictate the future a lot of times.
They do. And The Simpsons.
Tell you what has already been
Rick, isn't that true? Everything that's ever happened in the world is on
The Simpsons. Very good.
It's on The Simpsons. Yes.
I mean,
Simpsons and Family Guy, American Dad,
Illuminati or whatever, they always tell you ahead of time what they're going to do.
Yes, they have to. That's part of the deal. You have to be. That's why they do it in like cartoons and stuff, because they want you to. They have to have your consent. That's why stop giving them consent.
They don't have to get your consent. What they want you to do.
How is The Simpsons so accurate though? So
Somebody
many years
been to the
prior.
Future. They said Trump been to the future. That's how he knew it was going.
I know they had him as president when that was ridiculous thought.
And they said he been to the future. He knew. I said, okay, I'm gonna watch. I want to see this.
Well, you know how you believe
what?
Do you believe in astral projection?
I don't know what that is.
Astral travel.
Which is
I do.
Like time travel?
No, astral.
No.
It's actually
your soul out of your body.
Yep.
Oh, like on Avengers?
Put yourself into another room, and like I can go to like say Italy where Nazim is. I can get myself in a state of mind, go there. I can see that he's drinking coffee and
with
doing
no shirt
and doing his bills with no shirt on, and then I come back and I can call him up on a phone and say, "Hey Nazim, are you doing your bills and drinking coffee right now?" Like
and I like your purple underwear with polka dots.
I don't know if it's possible or not. I couldn't answer that. I really couldn't right now.
Can I just tell you, it's very possible. It's very possible.
Lenny sent us some hacker creepware or something. Lenny, I'll watch it. I promise. I'll watch it. I will. Yeah.
Yes, Breezy, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Lenny, did you have any fun today on
Yes,
the broadcast?
Breezy. Yes.
And Nazim, did you have any fun? Mel, did you have any fun? Kevin, did you have any fun? Captain Rehab, I always have fun when I watch you. And you know, I think we had a great, like, the difference of like all the guests we had today were phenomenal. Like you know, I had like Richard started the day off, which was great, and Richard was on fire today on his broadcast. If you guys can watch it, that I think is the most angry I've ever seen him. And he basically said, "Stop whining." I'm going to try to paraphrase the best I can. Stop whining. Stop complaining about the app.
Yeah, I did that too. Big ups, Rick. I did the same thing. Big ups. Yes.
Yeah, and he said, do what Michael said. If you're going to complain, say something good. Balance it out. Make a complaint, but also say something good. Rick, what do you think?
I literally did a broadcast yesterday. Haps, love, hate, meh, whatever. And I said both what I liked and I disliked. I didn't just say, you know, you got to have a balance.
Right.
Because it's not all bad. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stopping you from broadcasting. No. I don't think anything could.
This is what I used to do in Periscope days. Yes. I had 6 phones in front of my face with different platforms on each single phone.
Yes.
Damn. For 6 years, I did that. Now, I don't have to do that no more. This is awesome.
Yes, it is. I agree.
Bishop Jen, if you need inspiration and you want to be uplifted in the morning and you're having a crappy start to your day, she will uplift your spirit. Rick, I've been watching you for years. I don't know if you know that. And I'm proud of you that you lost all this weight. And I was so happy when you came up yesterday. So thank you.
Oh,
and thank you for giving me.
It's funny to me. It's funny to me how many people.
Mike, you know, we were crazy on karaoke. You know that, right?
I know.
Rick, if you haven't seen the karaoke, I'm sitting here watching the Casey and Sunshine Band dance we was doing. There was 6 of us up there jamming.
It's on Michael's channel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'll look for that.
You gotta flip back. It's like load.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how to get to the old videos now. How do you do that, Tony?
Keep scrolling.
Yeah, go to your profile and keep scrolling down.
Mike.
Just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
rolling.
This for a long time.
Do you know how many videos I did? I did over 570. So that's a lot of scrolling.
There's a lot of scrolling.
So when are they going to have it that we can look at all of them with ease? That would be a great feature. What do you guys think?
That's an immediate search, yes. I would love to have a search feature on here. That is an excellent point.
Where you could say like video number 111 or something.
Or the date.
The date, yes.
The date. Like just because I'm on every day.
Yes, you are a lot. Yes.
No.
That would be for you, absolutely.
Yeah. Like I watched a video the other day and it wasn't very good. It was Randy and I, and he started going, we're the kings of mediocre. What did he say? Mediocre TV? I don't know. It was something. But we had 5,000 views. I couldn't believe it. Blew my mind.
Nazim, I gotta find that video when you came up there with no shirt on and I lost it. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
that was like
you were horrified.
That was one of the best broadcasts.
You said, for God's sake, man, put a shirt on.
I did. I went
something like that.
Tony gets
I thought that was
men have no shirts on.
I thought that was James's job.
No, Nazim and I.
Well played. Well played. Woo,
Kevin,
that
you
was
have
like
no idea of the train wreck of broadcast we have had.
That was a 3-pointer, buddy. Without any effort, you just went.
That was a half court, actually, I think.
Oh, shit, it was.
We're still in the Matrix, Nazim. I could find that bad boy faster than Mr. Smith could find Neo. I promise you. That was hilarious. I said, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
You know what I want? I want the zoom in. I want the zoom in of the photo he did yesterday. And then, yes, we do. And hear me out. And then we have you going, oh my. And just have a loop.
But do you know you did? You sprung that on me. It was in the morning. I'm just drinking my coffee. And then this like, hey, James, do you want to see a photo? And I was like, whoa.
Right.
I lost it. I was like a deer in the headlight. I was like, I think I said, "Are you fucking crazy? I love you," like something like that. I said, "Nazim, you're fucking crazy. I love you," or
Oh my
it may not be exact, but I'm laughing so hard, and I could feel tears coming out of my eyes, going, "I'm done. I'm done." Yeah.
I just thought this is getting reported real quick.
Yeah.
We have had some wild times.
We may have to take that down.
Me and this Joker
But
right
we
here
can't take anything down yet. We don't have a delete option right now.
did 4
Oh, yeah,
hours.
Is that true? Is that true?
We
You
did
can't delete
shots.
anything?
I haven't found it.
On everybody.
I haven't found
yeah,
it.
on Haps I can't. No.
So that's an error. Like, what if something bad was on?
They'll take it down
Exactly.
if it's bad. They will,
in the
but we
Matrix.
can't as broadcasters.
You know they have 2 copies of everything?
Of course.
Did you know that? I found that out one day. So all the things we think we got rid of, there's a backup.
Also, they record the pre-lives. So if you're, when you're in the thing right before you actually
Ooh, I'm about to lose some friends.
Well, you know what? Listen, Lenny, you know what we can do? I can request on that broadcast then, if that's the case, maybe they have footage of the green room, and maybe I can request to get it.
Do it. James Garland, is that only on your laptop? Because I'm only on my phone. I don't know the feature on my phone.
I can't find it on mine either. Swift Beats, not yet, bro. You might win so far.
James Garland, if there is a delete feature that we can do on Haps, please share.
Please share. Make a video. Make a video and share it, please. Like Walt did. Walt showed that one little. I would have never found that.
That reminds me. Yes, you were starting to tell me. You were starting to tell me where to go to find that, and then your broadcast ended the other day, right when you're starting to tell me.
So you got to go to Walt's. Walt has a video on it, step by step how to do it. Walt Teddy. Hollick.
Is that just Hollick? Walt Hollick.
MACA. Oh, pepperoni. PE.
Walt Pepperoni. Got it.
PP.
No, he's talking to his son.
PEPPER.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 3 P's. Yes.
So Java Joe,
not Canadian.
No James says go to your profile and click it on, and then you can delete it. Simple.
Okay.
But what? No, we're talking about broadcast.
Yeah, no, we don't want to delete the whole thing.
Yeah, no, we're talking about the.
Oh God, don't do that. We'll have people going. I thought I could delete the video and everything's gone. Oh God.
Right.
Go to your profile, click on it. You can simply delete it. Let me see it. Come here.
So I don't. Format C. No, don't do Format C. Don't do that.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Not comments.
In Windows, you delete your whole hard drive.
Oh no way. See, I run Linux. I run Linux Lite on this, so it works fairly well. I tried OBS and I was ready to pull my hair out. The little hair I have left. That brings some joy. See? He loves when I suffer. He loves
Mike used to rush and flush people if the signal wasn't good. And then one day he was on his iPad. He couldn't stand it. I said, I'm trying to tell you, this is what we go through. That's why we look at you like, why did you do that? I just can't take it. You start broadcasting from your iPad. We're going to start rushing and flushing your ass.
He mimicked me pretty good there. That was pretty damn fucking close. That was good, Tony. Holy shit. That was good. That was really good.
I'm here all day.
You're here all day. Okay. Thank you, guys. I'm going to end it there. I think we've been on for how long have we been on? 3 hours?
It doesn't say either. That's another thing. It doesn't tell you the link.
Another annoying thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to go on another device and look at it.
We are going to find out very shortly. So listen, everybody wave. I thank you. I feel so much better and supported. Lenny, I hope you had some fun. You are going to be incredibly successful with whatever you do, and I wish you only the very best in this life. Okay? Take care.
And watch out for hackers.